Stop for some reason, like just for random like bits or whatever. Just be like, oh yeah, I want to talk about that because X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I feel like that's gonna be the best option to do. Let me make sure everything looks good on my end. I believe it does. Can you talk for a second?
Yo.
I'm gonna boost you a little bit on my end just for my own sake. Let me read this alert real quick. Twitch is apparent. We are investigating an issue preventing users from going live. Thanks for the report. Apparently 44 minutes ago they might have fixed it. Oh no. All right, let me hit my record button and we're live.
We're live.
Coming to you live from Wednesday night. It's Save Before Quitting.
Pre-recorded live.
Yeah.
I just sent you the article for Gamescom. It lists everything.
I will open that in a moment. Also, I need to put No, I have to. Here's the thing. My stuff's gonna look goofy for a second because I need to put on streamer mode because I didn't, and y'all motherfuckers over in the Discord
because I'm here Badoops.
Yeah, I'm getting Badoop City, and it's fine. I appreciate you guys for being a part of our community, but also maybe shut the fuck up.
Wait, streamer mode. I'm trying to. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop being friendly with each other.
I have more than one Discord going off, so it's just
and then hours as well.
Yeah, right.
All right, let me pull up that link. Thank you very much.
A lot of shit was announced. Some part of it, I was just like, I don't care about any of these games.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the Discord right now. The general chat. And Jamie posted a bunch of pictures from Match.com. Did you see these?
I'm on it now.
These are
me, Anthony.
I don't know if you want to claim that that's you.
No, it's not me. Am I in a museum because you're a work of art? Woo! Hey, you are absolutely beautiful. You look amazing in your pictures. Nice profile too. We can cut all this. Nice profile too. I would like to get to know you better. You seem like a great girl. No games, no BS. Keep it real. Jeez.
The funny part is like this is my Tinder experience as well. Like that's pretty much what my life on Tinder has been. Is just either profiles like that where they're just like extremely cringy and I'm like, I can't in good faith swipe right on you and genuinely try to make a connection. Or like today, which I assume maybe we'll leave some of this in, I don't know. So today I matched with a chick on the dating app of Tinder.
Yeah.
And I haven't used Tinder. Like Tinder has become like the game that you play when you go to drop a deuce,
right? For
me. So like, I'll just hop on the phone and like swipe like for 5-10 minutes while I'm taking an abnormally long duke.
Long.
Yeah.
Is it abnormally long length of time or an abnormally long turd that's coming out of your ass?
Sometimes it's the latter, but it depends on the meal. We can get into that in the Patreon podcast where we talk exclusively about diarrhea and its sturdiness. But
they're going to tell us we hit a peak with that music one and then immediately took a dive bomb with this shit.
Took a dive into diarrhea. That's podcast title right there. Podcast title, baby. Right off the rip.
Diarrhea.
But I matched with this girl and I'm like showering. So I see the notification pop up. I'm like, fuck it, look. I see it. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll see you. How you doing?
You, girl, what's up?
And I'm like, I don't remember swiping right on you, but I could see why I would have. And I'm just chilling. I'm like, okay, I'll like, and she has like her Instagram and her bio for Tinder. So I'm like, okay, let me swing on over to her Instagram and take a peek if she's got more pictures of herself or like, you know, or if she's a porn bot.
Right.
Because there's a lot of those. on the dude side of TikTok.
I am porn bot.
Yeah. So I hop
I'll
on.
show you my boobs.
Literally that. And she was a porn bot. She had 3 separate profiles, all advertising her OnlyFans.
Of course.
And I'm like, it's funny to me because like I respect the hustle. Like I'm like, you are on Tinder right now, and like let's just say that you're not looking for a relationship or anything, but you're peddling your OnlyFans. Like I should be peddling the podcast
At this point.
like I should switch to like dudes or something instead, just because like I feel like that's more of our demographic for some of the stuff we talk about.
You talking to dudes like, yo baby, you like games?
You like gaming, yo, and just like fucking advertise the pod and then just call it a day. All my pictures are just me in podcast merchandise.
Usually the first picture needs to be like this amazing looking woman so that you get a bunch of attention.
I bait them in.
Yeah, then but the profile says, now that I have your attention, titty gang, and not the titty gang you're thinking of.
Now that I have your attention, save before quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube for all your gaming content needs.
Weirdos coming in the Discord out of nowhere. Like I was told there would be titty. This is where the titty gang is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're like yeah, sure, yeah. So what you think of Gamescom? They're like, what?
I was here for titties. What is this? You should stay for the games, though.
This is the titty gang. That is not a lie.
I came for the titties. I stayed for the games.
Exactly. That'll be all our fans' stories by the time we reach a certain amount of followers.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I just got another Badoop. I'm so confused right now because I put streamer mode on.
They're penetrating your streamer mode.
I'm so confused. I put it on specifically so that I didn't have to hear it when I'm editing this podcast because nobody who's listening will hear it. So I just sound crazy. Fuck. Anyway, but yeah, here we are. Yet again, another week. Dating apps not going well for any of us in the community.
Right.
But yeah. How's your dating app experience going?
I haven't been on a dating app since 2014. So I couldn't tell you. But at the time,
did you ever have success on a dating app in that time? Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess this could be Patreon, but
I was just curious. We could talk about it more there if you want.
I think this was 2014, so it was before it got like ultra saturated like Tinder. So I was on like Tinder, like it was only out for, when did Tinder come out?
Oh, fucking no.
I'm gonna search that right now, live on the podcast.
I'm Relationship Boy, don't you remember? Listen to the Patreon podcast.
Release date. Sounds weird. All right, well, it was still out for a little bit. It came out 2012. I was on it in 2014.
Okay, that's not bad.
And yeah, I ended up talking to 3 girls from Tinder.
Talking to or like actually meeting up with?
Meeting up with.
Okay. So 3 were met up with actually.
Yes.
And I assume many more matches besides those.
Yeah, I had a bunch of matches, but I linked up with 3 of them.
Okay.
And this is single ant days. So
well, obviously.
So when I say I linked up, I mean I linked up with them. But no. Actually, one of them I actively kind of dated for a while. And it just kind of faded out.
Yeah.
The other 2 I saw like 2-3 times, and we filed some taxes and we like went out to eat, but it didn't really go anywhere else.
I haven't even reached the meet in person stage yet when it comes to Tinder, because I don't know if I'm pushing for it too fast or not, because I'm in the mindset of like, I don't want to talk to you via text. I also don't want to talk to you via FaceTime or whatever, because that's another thing I'm worried about.
How do you talk to them?
Like in person, like a human being.
But
like I want to text you to a certain point to like get like the basic parameters of like I can kind of figure out if you're somewhat of a serial killer or not. And then when I say, hey, let's meet up in this very public place to like be humans together. That's where it would be like more conversation, I would assume. But like it's never gotten to that point because it's always just been like 2 days of text, and then I'm like, cool. So do you want to do something? And then
dip radio silence.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Like fucking Ghost City.
What was my? I don't want to say my game. Not it wasn't a game, but the way I would go about Tindering was we would talk. We would on the Tinder app. And then if I was interested, I would get to a point where like, hey, I don't want to use this app to talk to you. Can I get your number?
Yeah.
And I would get their number. And then we would just be texting. And then eventually we would talk on the phone maybe. But then eventually, I would see them. I wish I'm not re-downloading Tinder. That just looks bad on me. But
yeah, even for science to see your old shit's not even worth it.
It's not worth it. I don't even want it to like pop up that I'm available on Tinder, even if it's for a split second.
Yeah.
But I wish I still had that app so I could go back and
see your old shit.
Exactly the line.
So I can copy and paste it. That's
exactly. So we can finally do another round of Ant Takes Chris's Phone.
So next time I'm over, we need to sit Adrian down and be like, listen, we need to download an app to Ant's phone.
Good luck with that.
So that we can get Chris out of a funk.
Because I never deleted my account. So I'm sure if I did go on there, I have a whole bunch of old, like people probably hit me up at some point.
Maybe, yeah.
In the last 8 years since I used it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Dating apps they become, I feel like with OnlyFans, which I don't mind if you have an OnlyFans. I think that's great. Fucking, if I was a woman, I'd probably do an OnlyFans straight up.
As a woman. Like,
there's nothing stopping me as a dude from doing it, but I don't think anyone wants to see what I got going on. As opposed to like the allure of a woman is much better than a dude.
Oh, yeah. Because even women will look at women.
Exactly. Because women are just inherently better. Just straight up.
We're just talking visually, right?
No, in general, too. Like, there's most of them are a lot more level headed in most situations. It depends on the woman, but, like I'm averaging here.
I've had this conversation with Adrian before. I was like, yo, women can, like, men can sell to women. Like, if you're a gay man, of course, men can sell to men. But I think whether you're straight, gay, man, woman, whatever you are, you can find a woman attractive no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, a man, like, I could look at a man and be like, that's a handsome man. But like, I don't have any 100%. Like intentions on like women can look at women and be like, oh my gosh, she's like gorgeous, and I would be with this woman even though I'm straight. Like, women are just beautiful creatures.
Yeah, mine's like Ryan Gosling and Ryan Reynolds and what's the other one that we said, Troy Baker. Those are mine. Where I'm like, oh yeah,
I'd still give it up for.
I'd slob on the knob like corn on the cob.
When we get like really famous, this clip is gonna resurface.
I hope so. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Ryan Reynolds, that is specifically.
Hey there.
Why, hello there.
Exactly.
But what the fuck are we talking about?
oh yeah, I had to finish my point. Women love women, men love women, everybody loves women, right? I think
dogs love women.
Dogs do love women.
They love them more than me. Dolphins love women.
You're right. I think our attraction comes from, like, we can be good looking, but I think a lot of our attraction comes from, like, we have to have personality, sense of humor, and be useful.
Yeah.
Like, men are fucking like
utility now.
We're utility. We're fucking toolbox.
Yeah. Swiss Army man.
Yeah, you have to be
Daniel Radcliffe.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of our attraction comes from.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Like, we can look good, but I think you hear a lot of women saying, "Oh, he's so funny, he's so charming, he's so strong. He's so smart. He's like, that's where our shit comes from.
True.
Men are just like, titties. Look at those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's pretty smart and funny and everything too.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just at a point with dating apps where, let's just put it, I don't know if Jamie actually listens to the podcast or if she's just among the Discord community, but if she's listening right now, I feel your fucking pain.
Yeah, I'm not going to take that out now that I think about it.
Yeah, because it's a bad time. But yeah. Do we talk about games now? Because this is going to be a stacked episode. We got to kind of like...
Yeah, we'll get the party moving.
Yeah, because I want to make sure that you don't go to bed at like 1 o'clock again like we did last time.
We shall see. Already got
speed run the news.
How long are you going to be? I'm like, that question.
How long are you going to be?
I know.
Just walked down the first set of stairs. There's 2 stairs I've taken a step down.
Yeah.
That's it.
I have no idea how long I'm going to be, but I will try to clean it up as quick as possible.
We got this. All right.
We do.
Theme music.
Do the thing. Level up, gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Save Before Quitting. I am your lovely host, and to my front on screen is my lovely co-host.
I'm Chris.
There's Chris.
I was just trying to like mentally process what you said, and I was like,
because you're not to my right or my left, but I'm.
This is canonically correct in your point of view, but I'm on the right. I'm on the right on the screen, but on your left.
Well, on the screen, you're below me. On my screen.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. You're left and right on my screen. It's fine. I don't think it changes anything, to be fair. Because
I'm just seeing if I can change it. There's chat. Oh yeah, there is chat in Discord during the video.
They just added that. If
but
you were
I'm laughing because
Discord, John.
Do you know the last thing that we have in chat on here?
No.
It's when we were putting up the pictures of the black people from Dragon Ball. They look super racist.
We can add a new one now.
We can.
Yeah.
We can. We'll get to that.
Will we?
Why won't we?
Is that gaming news?
We usually have a what did you see and watch and stuff section.
That's a good point. Yeah. All right. Intro this. I completely interrupted the whole intro. Sorry.
That's fine. That's what we do. Save letter B number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Yes. All of those things that were just said.
Make up the titty gag. Titty. Oh, shit. That was intense. Also save letter B number 4 quitting on Patreon.
Yeah.
And you can follow us on follow us. Join our Discord. Please join it.
Please.
My link in bio. My good friend link in bio.
Link in bio, or you can go to our Twitch chat while we're live streaming and type !Discord in the chat, and it automatically gives you the invite link. Bada bing, bada boom, join the room.
Way to do it. Bada bing, bada boom, join the room. What do we got left? Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out, @gmail.com if you would like to send us an email. But since the Discord started, we don't get a lot of emails, but feel free to break the mold. Send an email if you'd like.
Yeah.
Save Before Quitting, all spelled out.com for merch. We have a merch on there. And everything we've been up to. So please feel free to go there. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's about all I remember.
The bases. If you would like to hear 2 more podcasts from us or be on one, like I said before, join the Patreon. Whole lot of perks in there.
Yeah. Live podcast this coming Sunday.
Yeah, we got to figure that one out.
Yeah. It should be simple.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah. Time is probably the biggest issue always. So
always.
We'll do it.
Yeah, so Chris, what if we'll start how we always do. What have you been playing?
I have been playing so many things.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously I've been playing. I'll get the boring stuff out of the way, and then we'll move into next stuff. Yeah, that. I've been playing Fortnite. Ironically, they just added some more new characters to the game, which is a little bit of news, but we'll get it out of the way here. They just added Destiny 2 characters to the game because Destiny 2 is now on the App Store of Epic. Like, it's on the Epic Game Store. So that's how you can launch the game now through that, which is pretty neat. So there's like 3 different skins in Fortnite. I didn't get any of them personally because I spent too much on the Dragon Ball Z stuff.
Of course.
You can also play like the PvP in Destiny 2 is called Crucible. They put a Crucible map in Fortnite, and you can literally play like the capture the flag in Fortnite, which is really neat.
That's some meta shit.
Yeah. Also in Destiny 2, the battle buses in there, like randomly destroyed. There's different skins and stuff, or like items you can get, like armor. I don't play Destiny 2 anymore, but it's pretty neat. Right. And yeah, so I've been playing Fortnite just casually and for fun. Been playing a little bit with friends. We've been doing really well. I posted a couple clips in our Discord of some shots that I hit last night when we played. I don't know if you saw them.
I saw you post them, but I haven't had the chance to look at them yet.
They're spicy. And I was not high on anything last night. So I was just in my raw natural element hitting that shit. But other than Fortnite, I've been on my Steam Deck plugging away at some of the Game Boy games that I've been emulating. I currently have Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury. I was playing a little bit before we started recording today and just got to the Saiyaman section after the Goku part where he's dead and you got to fight Picon or Picon. I don't know. Is it Picon?
I thought it was Picon. I could be wrong.
I don't remember that character, if that makes sense. Like, I know that he is a thing, but I don't remember media with him in it, if that makes sense. Like episodes.
I vaguely remember him. It's been a while.
I don't know. But I beat his ass easily and then got into the Gohan stuff. I have to go. You didn't play Boo's Fury, did you?
I did not. Only one I played was Legacy of Goku and Legacy of Goku 2.
Gotcha. I think you would like Boo's Fury. Like, if you were to grab that, you would probably like it and play it. I actually think you have it.
I'm about to say, I'm sure I have that.
That's
because I turned it on here. Yeah.
If I were you, I would try it because I think you would enjoy it, especially because it's a very good, just like run around RPG Dragon Ball game. You got to buy a bunch of, items so that you can heal when you're low. You got to charge your key and you level up and you choose where your points go to for each character because each character has a different amount of like key that you can use, different moves and shit. And it's really fun. So I just got to the Great Saiyaman section. I'm like running around trying to avoid Videl so that she doesn't figure out that I'm the Great Saiyaman as Gohan, which is pretty fun. And then other than that, I also have a Castlevania game, which I cannot remember the name of it.
Oh, you did tell me that. No, not Circle of the Moon. You got a...
One moment. I will be able to tell you after I close out the game that I was currently playing. Castlevania Area of Sorrow.
Gotcha.
So that's the one I was playing, and I was playing that on the car ride to the PA Ren Fair. And it was pretty fun. You have like a sword at first, or like a dagger, and you can throw like a javelin. Like that's like your other move that you have. And the game starts, there's like a chick dying on the ground, and then some dude who's like, you need to go into Dracula's castle and find him in his abode to save her soul or some bullshit. Yeah. And I'm like, cool, gotcha. Like,
I'll do the thing.
I sure will. So I run into the castle and I'm like looking for him. But obviously, it's just a bunch of, hey, there's an enemy, kill that enemy. Hey, there's an enemy, kill that enemy. Yeah. And, it's fine so far. It's a good platformer. So far, I'm assuming that there's more like gear options that you get along the way. I got like some sort of glider thing where you can jump farther when you activate it. So that was pretty cool. And then also as well, backyard baseball on the Game Boy Advanced. I've been trying to get good at it. Batting has been an issue for me. I can't time it right for some reason with this game. I remember back in the day, like when I was a kid, it was very easy to do.
Yeah.
And I think there was also a way where you could almost do like a half swing as well.
Mhm.
Like you didn't follow through with it.
Did you play it on Game Boy Advance back in the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had it on Game Boy Advance. I also had I had it on PC as well. But like, you know, when you're going to church, you need to bring baseball on the road.
That's the phrase.
That's put on a t-shirt.
Exactly.
But I've been playing that. I started up like a season, like literally just before we started recording. Lost the first game. It was 5-5 tied, and it went into extra innings, and then just some random dude on the other team hit a home run, and I lost because, you know, fuck me, I guess. And it's fine. I'm currently in the middle of a game in which I'm up 7-0 because I was very pissed off that I lost my first game, and I just randomly started hitting home runs on my first at bat. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you're just a man now.
As of this point, yeah, you lose one game and then you know what you're doing. But I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. No pun intended.
Oh, and the show is over.
This is why these Tinder women are fucking crazy. I'm just kidding.
Clearly they should be praising you with lines like that.
Where else are they going to get these baseball puns, right?
Exactly. That's what they're signed up for Tinder for. Baseball
Strike
puns. 3,
you know.
Trying to get into home base, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to get home base. They can get this bat and ball.
We've peaked. We're not gonna do that. We're not
anyway.
gonna do better than this.
Nope, not at all. But I've been playing that in the meantime, and then other than that, I'm not really playing much when it comes to PlayStation or anything like that. I've pretty much exclusively been using my PS5 as a Fortnite machine for like the past like 3 months since I finished.
That you can play on any device.
Pretty much, yeah. Except for the Steam Deck, not allowed. Can't get the Epic Store.
That's crazy. I'm sure there's some kind of workaround.
There is, but like not logically. Yeah. But yeah. So pretty much not too much in the game front. On like movies and media, I actually took your advice and watched a movie that you said that you watched last time on the podcast. That Jamie Foxx movie,
Foxx vampire thing.
Yeah, it was called like The Night Shift or something like that.
Night Shift,
yeah. It was not bad.
It wasn't bad.
I don't think. I would say it was good. I will go out on a limb and say it was good because I liked Jamie Foxx a lot. He reminds me a lot of like Deadpool, kinda. Like his wit and his humor and his timing is very Deadpool.
Yeah,
and I like that a lot. But like, but the delivery is better in a way, kind of, because it's just a regular dude, and I like that. And then the Franco brother, whichever one, Dave or James. It's not James because James is the one that got canceled.
Is the one, yeah.
The one that's the younger of the two. He's in it, and he was fucking hilarious.
I don't know which one he is either. CLD will correct us.
Yeah. He reminded me very much of what Justin Long is in every single movie that he was in back in the day. Like he's the dodgeball, like gets beat up guy, and it was phenomenal. I
like how, well, I won't give away the movie. Never mind. We'll talk about it for people who haven't seen it.
The thing that happens to him.
Yes. And he's just like, I like how it's just never like, they don't take it seriously. It just happens to him. And they're just like, all right, you're that now. So let's go.
You're good now, right? You're good.
Yeah.
And that was so good. I loved it. And then the callback at the end was so good and really well done. I actually, it's funny because I didn't see that coming. No. Like I didn't see it happening, but once it happened, I was like, that's good. That's a good callback.
Once it happened, you're like, of course.
Yeah. And I liked it a lot. It was really fun. And then also, I watched She-Hulk.
I did too, and I enjoyed it.
It was really. Did you watch the post-credit scene?
Yes.
That is my favorite post-credit scene in all of Marvel.
All of Marvel? Well, it was really funny.
It's my favorite thing that has ever happened in a post-credit scene in Marvel. I was not mad that I waited past the credits because I waited. I didn't hit the fast forward button at all.
I waited too.
And I was just extremely satisfied with it. It was phenomenal. Go watch it if you haven't. New episode comes out literally the day that this comes out as audio version.
It was really, really good.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what the show becomes because it's supposed to be more like a law show, like Law and Order, but like superheroes. And in some of the trailers, we've already seen like Frogman is one of the characters, Daredevil, but it might actually not be Daredevil as well. That's another thing people are speculating. Because there's a character that literally wears Daredevil's original outfit in the comics, but he's not Daredevil, and I can't remember it. It's like a D-list character, nothing crazy, but like people are saying, like, what if it's not actually Matt Murdock, but it's this other guy? Because in theory, it wouldn't make sense. They went from the red suit to the yellow one, in my opinion. But whatever.
Right.
So that's cool. And then the biggest one of all, which you also saw, Dragon Ball Superhero. This movie fucking slapped so hard.
It was so redeeming. So redeeming.
Yes. Even being the great Saiyaman fan that I am, and not hating what they did to Gohan. Like, they definitely changed him from what the Cell Saga was into the androids, or Cell Saga into the Boo. I'm dumb.
Nah, you got it. You redeemed yourself.
Yeah, there's that. Look at that. Redemption. That's the podcast title. It's all about redemption. But fucking, it was phenomenal. Like, the style, I didn't think I was gonna like it with the 3D, with the 2D toon texture. Didn't think I was gonna like it.
It worked very, very well with the way they did it.
So good. It was so good. The Red Ribbon Army stuff. The thing that pissed me off the most, though, about it is that I have the Gohan figure from the movie on pre-order. And there's parts for Gohan that don't come with him that come with the Gamma figures. So you can get Gamma 1, and when you get him, you get the Super Saiyan Gohan head.
Really?
Which is really cool. Yeah. Because like they want you to get like the
I was going to say, so this is them making you buy them. Okay. Yeah. I get it.
So Gamma 1 comes with Super Saiyan Gohan head and like different faceplates. And then Gamma 2 comes with the Piccolo cape and the glasses head with the messy hair.
Yeah.
And I want them, the accessories. And I was like, but I'm not buying these figure arts. After seeing the movie, I want the fucking figures of the Gammas because I like them a lot.
Yeah, once they were cool initially, but then once, like, you know, what happens, I was like, oh, they're dope.
Like, everything that happened, like, story-wise with them, I loved. I didn't love their look at first, but then once I saw them in motion in, like, the first fight, which you can see in the main trailer, the Piccolo versus Gamma 2 fight, like, he looks so cool. And the way that they use energy blasts from a gun instead of their hands.
I was thinking that as I'm watching, and I'm like, is that like ki blast from a gun?
Yes, because they don't have ki because they're androids.
Yeah, but like other androids were shooting shit, right?
Yes, but those were made by Dr. Zero, so they were different.
I guess.
And the best line of the whole movie for me, and I'll say this now, was in that specific fight. Spoiler alert! If you are still
about to say, are we spoiling this?
I'm just spoiling this specific line that happens in the Piccolo and Gamma 2 fight at the very beginning of the movie. Is the part where Piccolo's like, "Why can I see his sound effects?"
Sounds, yeah, it was great.
I fucking could not stop laughing for the remainder of the fight, and that was a long fight.
That was a dope touch.
Oh man, that was so good. It was so much fun though.
All right. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear this little part of what happens, just skip forward. I'll give you 30 seconds. When we get Orange Piccolo, which is pretty much Piccolo going Super Saiyan in a sense.
Yeah, kind of.
I was like I wanted to say finally, but I'm like, Piccolo deserves this. He deserves a new form. He deserves that.
100%.
I was totally on board with that. And I had to like I was in when I went to the theater, there were two other guys. There was three of us in the entire movie theater watching this movie. So and our seats were close. So pretty much we were all commenting to each other throughout the movie. So as soon as he turned, we're like, oh shit. And I'm stealing this from him. But he was like, I'm like, we got a fucking pretty much a Super Saiyan Piccolo. He's like, nah, man, THICColos. I was like,
fucking THICColos.
I'm like, from now on, to me, he is THICColos when he turns
100%. Yeah, it was so I loved the new form too. I also love that he just casually was like, I don't know, fucking orange Piccolo.
Orange Piccolo, that was great.
And then the post-credit scene, which we will not spoiler because the 30 seconds is up. But that post-credit scene is even more redemption to like the whole series. And I can't wait till that comes out on some sort of digital platform. I don't know if I'll buy the DVD per se, because I'm not much of a physical media guy when it comes to like movies and shit.
Yeah.
But I will say I did come home and immediately buy the Piccolo figure that was for the movie, because I only originally had Gohan pre-ordered. But I bought Piccolo, so he's only $30. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking buying this shit. Like the fuck. And then it was funny because I was messaging CLD about it. I'm like, I literally got home and I bought the Piccolo figure. It's still up on sale. It's only $37. And he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna go buy it too. Buys it on Amazon too. I'm like, sweet. So that's where I'm at. I'm on a high right now, but not an actual one. I could make that happen though.
We know you can.
Yeah.
That's been your entire persona for the last.
Set this time bomb off. Nah. I've been using them to sleep as of late, which is ironic. I don't know. It's been a good time. I've been sleeping well.
Good. It's a good thing.
But what about you? What have you been playing? What have you been watching?
Man,
and such.
I've been watching all the things we just said. I've watched She-Hulk and I saw Dragon Ball. That's the two main things. I haven't played shit.
Really?
This is like a throwback for me. I haven't played a damn thing. I think what I played was what we played on Sunday once we finally got it to work.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We played games there. Here's the beautiful thing. I forgot all those, so now you can talk about all them.
What did we play? We played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters.
Fuck that game. I don't like that one. I'm sorry, I don't like it. It's okay, but I beat you at it. I don't like it though.
It's not a great fighting game.
But I beat you at it.
You did. I'm gonna get my revenge. I need my redemption.
You should play like Budokai Tenkaichi or Raging Blast 2 once you figure out the BIOSes.
Oh, I'm gonna figure them out. I have to. Yeah.
I'm gonna get that when I can figure it out too. Raging Blast 2 was a phenomenal game.
I thought you were gonna be like, I'm gonna get that when you figure it out too.
Maybe.
What else did we play? I know we played The Feud, of course. That's going to be the end of all.
Yeah. So
there was something else.
I mean, we have the technology to figure this out. So I will literally look as you fluff for time.
Fluffing a pillow. This is what I'm doing. We played that. Was it another fighting game?
It might have been. Let me check. It was on our stream. It's time to play the feud.
I can't blame people for not clicking that. People are probably like, the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, we played a Marvel superheroes game.
Oh, the Avengers game.
Yeah, it was not good.
The original Avengers game. That shit is ass. And that's why I think I clicked it. She was terrible. So yeah, we played that and
I went to the bathroom and then you played a game.
What did I play?
It was let's just put it this way, your favorite property. It's to your immediate left in a bookshelf.
Oh, Virtual Bart.
That thing.
Yeah,
I don't know the name of it.
It's fucking terrible. All the Simpsons games suck up until they came out with Simpsons Hit and Run, which was pretty much Grand Theft Auto, but Simpsons. And then they had Simpsons movie after that, which was pretty good. It was called The Simpsons Game, but it was pretty good. And the wait, no, I'm tripping. The Simpsons arcade game. I think that was that the first Simpsons game? Either way, that was good. And then they didn't have another good one up until
this one.
PS2. Yes, that one. That one. Which is a reminder that I also have to get those working correctly. They work.
Retro arcades.
Yeah, they work. Just the controls. You can press anything on the controller. They won't do anything. I have to figure out how to set the controllers specifically for that emulator.
That's weird.
It is weird. But other than that, we played The Feud, of course. It's our new thing. Which was
name a nationally known newspaper columnist.
What at this moment I forget. What did I put?
You wrote Abby for the first one.
Dear Abby, yeah.
That was one. And then I forget what the other ones were. They were just like random shit. What was the one thing that like fucked us up?
No. Fucked me up. The fucking window. And I put what comes through a window.
What comes through it? I
said wind. It said no. You put air and they gave it to you. That is bullshit. That's bullshit, yo. It's in window. Wind.
Listen,
an air dough.
An air dough.
It's not that
podcast title.
Air dough.
Redemption of the air dough.
It's gonna be THICColos.
THICColos redemption.
That's gonna be the part 2 of superhero.
I honestly, fuck yeah. But yeah, we got some goofy ass questions for a lot of the feud questions this time. Like, I feel like the first time we played, the questions we got were like simple enough where we could still like joke a bit. If that makes sense. Like, we could still like, hi, let's be like our like jokey selves. But then this one, they were like questions where we were just getting the answers wrong.
What are the presidents with middle initials?
That one, the shampoo that was fruit smells. A sport that really caught on in the past few years. Like,
keeping in mind this game was out in like 89, 90. We're like, how the fuck do we answer this?
It was not amazing, to say the least, the questions that we got, but we played both versions. And then maybe next week or on actually Sunday, we're doing a live podcast, so we might not actually get to play.
We might. It just depends on how long well, I guess that's an actual podcast. It's not Patreon.
Yeah. In theory, we could even we could do the Patreon podcast, which is the regular podcast, obviously. And then on Wednesday of next week, when we normally would record like we are tonight, if we have to add anything, we could just do like a little blurb. True. But if not, then we could just be like, here's a stream in the middle of the week.
True. I'm with that.
We could play multiverses with Morty.
No, we can. Oh, geez.
Yeah. Apparently he's a little OP. I sent you a TikTok today of one of the strats that you can do. If you play as Steven Universe and Morty on your team, you can lock one of your enemies in the bubble, like Steven's bubble.
Yeah.
And then Morty's up special is the ship, and it just slowly raises. So if you bubble someone and then do the ship, it just slowly raises them off of the level, and they die because they can't break the bubble.
Right. That's fucked up.
It's really fucked up.
But it sounds like a multiverse thing.
Yeah. I mean, most situations in multiverses are fucked up when they happen. So
when people find those loopholes.
Oh, yeah.
They use them to their advantage. But yeah, that's what I played.
Hell yeah.
That's all I played. Like, I didn't play anything extra.
God damn. But now it's time to get into the news. And the news is pretty much going to be held by one specific thing that happened. There's a couple things on the side that came from it as well, but we're mainly just going to focus on the actual stream that happened that we weren't able to co-stream. I realized the reason that it was at 2 as well.
Why?
Because it's in Germany. And for them, the time that it was happening was nighttime. So, like,
I guess
it makes sense. So I'm not as mad at Jeff.
I'm not mad at Jeff, but
yeah. So we're gonna run this down top to bottom.
yeah,
We both have the same list open here.
we do.
We're kind of gonna rapid fire this in a sense where we're not trying to be recording this podcast all night, but
usually
we'll stop here and there.
Some kind of award show or something, it's our longest episode.
Yeah.
Because we're both falling asleep. Like, all right, next game. But this time we're gonna make this a little bit more efficient.
We'll stop every once in a while though. Like if there's something that you want to stop and talk about, like for a second, then we'll just do that. And then also, if you guys want us to talk about a game that we kind of just breezed, but breezed is the past tense, not bros, right?
It's breezed, yes.
Yeah, brosed.
Bros, that's what we're doing right now.
You ever bros past? But
when two guys walk by and they give each other dab, like, what's up, dog? All right, man, I'll see you later. They just brosed by each other.
THICColos brosed redemption.
I was about as soon as we just said that, I was like, bros is the title.
Everything is the title.
Everything.
But yeah, let's start it from the top then. Everywhere.
Now, this is one of those things where like it didn't look bad, but at the same time I was like, what is happening? Like I don't even know what this is. This
presentation, let's just start it off. It was from a ex Rockstar developer.
Yes.
It's a new IP. Pretty much this lady came out, Leslie Benzies, and she gave us the first look at it. The first part of the trailer was just a bunch of like weird visuals and stuff, and then the second part was almost like a campaign for something.
Yeah.
And it didn't really make much sense. Nothing came together. The guys at Haptic even brought it up on their podcast when Jeff like asked her right after the videos were shown, so what is it? She did not give a straight answer at all.
How could she?
And everywhere seems very much like a nothing burger to me right now. Like this is not a thing. Like it's just stuff. Like it's as if you get a burger from Five Guys and order every fucking topping on it. Like that's not food.
Every topping, every sauce, every type of burger. So when someone asks you like, so what's it taste like? You're just like, oh, done.
Everywhere.
Yeah. It tastes like this game.
Tastes like everywhere.
Tastes like everything, everywhere, everyone.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Every cow. Yes, exactly.
Good movie. But yeah, I mean, that first game, I will honestly say I have not a single interest in the world in that whatsoever because it looked like nothing.
It looked like I want to say very impressive. I didn't see any gameplay.
Yeah.
It just looked like a lot of stuff happening and I don't understand it. I don't even know if what we're seeing were technically gameplay.
I don't know. It was just a lot of bullshit for me personally. Next up,
Dune Awakening. Funcom has officially announced Dune Awakening. It's open world survival MMO set in the Dune universe. The Duneverse. That's what they should have said. If that sounds good, the developer also revealed that beta registration is now open for a chance to play the game early. I don't know anything about Dune. Zero.
I tried to watch the movie on my cell phone at my old job because of the hype that it had, and I had it on a streaming service. I could not get through it. I'm going to try and watch it again on a big screen at some point, but I don't think it's bad or good. It's just a thing that exists as a fandom and like a property.
I don't even have an opinion because I don't know anything. Yeah. Like if for our people in the Discord, please tell me what's great about Dune so that sell me on it so I can go watch it.
Hell yeah. Next after that, Sony reveals a new DualSense Edge PlayStation controller. It is very much a just customizable PS5 controller. It looks like there's back bumpers. There's even looks like there's a settings for the haptic triggers where you can lower the intensity of the
Elite
triggers.
Controller just for PlayStation, the official one.
I don't hate the idea of it. I actually kind of liked the idea of the haptic triggers being able to be turned down a little bit just because of accessibility. Because I haven't heard much of it recently or at all, to be fair. But I feel like some games, if they have haptic feedback and they're fighting back against some people, not everyone can fight back against, the controller. Like it's pushing back against you. and there's no real way to turn that off yet, as far as we know.
Yeah.
So having a like little slider that shows you your intensity of it, I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Not for me. Like I haven't had any issues either personally, but like there are people that will, that have accessibility issues and don't have hands that operate the way that, ours do, and children and whatnot.
Of course. Right.
But that's about all my thoughts on it. I mean, I don't think I'll get it.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not like jumping through hoops to get it, but it looks dope. Next up, the Callisto Protocol gets new gameplay. New gameplay. Brutal. Yeah, it was revealed for the upcoming horror title, The Callisto Protocol. Creator Glenn Schofield appeared on stage to give fans another quick hit of information about the game, this time highlighting and subsequently showing off the gore. I still feel like we have to play this.
I know we have to because Bitchmade is coming back for October and whatnot. I've already seen a couple games that I know that people would want us to play as well too. And I'm down. I feel like this game is just, it's more of like a shooty game than a scary game, if that makes sense to me. Like that's kind of what Dead Space has always been to me. Like it's been like more shooty than it is scary, like kind of like Doom.
Yeah. Understood. Very corridor-esque.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm not in love with it. I like the gore. Like I think it's done really well.
Yeah.
I didn't like in the trailer the portion of it where it was just randomly sliding down a tube.
And then he just caught up in that fan or whatever.
It was way too long. And I was getting so bored watching it.
Well, then, with that being said, I hope the moment to moment is better than what they showed in the trailer.
Yeah.
But I'm also down to play anything else that people suggest that you think people would rather watch. Yeah. So that's Callisto Protocol.
Hell yeah. Next up, Lord of the Fallen, new title and trailer. I really liked this trailer.
It looked cool.
The song choice was cool as fuck. I thought it was some sort of Dark Souls at first. Because like, he held like the lantern up to the monsters and like it like sucked their soul into it. So it's like, oh, he's collecting souls like a Dark Souls game. It is from the developer Hexworks Studio. It's a Souls-like game with a dark fantasy feel. But
we're getting a lot of these now.
Yeah. I'm not mad at all at it. I'm very much like, yeah, this is good. So yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I'm just hoping like, I know they all saw the success of Elden Ring. And what comes from that is a bunch of people that are going to make Elden Ring likes or attempt to. And I'm just really hoping that this doesn't become, I don't want a bunch of bad Elden Ring knockoffs to come or Demon's Souls knockoffs to come out of nowhere now. I think they already started when like Bloodborne and what's the other shit? Bloodborne's good. It's not for me.
Yeah.
But people have that
Sekiro.
But Sekiro was made by the same people, right? Same company.
So is Bloodborne. Bloodborne is in the Dark Souls.
All right, well then I don't count those. Anything that's made by those people, that's their shit.
Gotcha.
The shit outside of that, I feel like we're about to get. Kind of how Breath of the Wild came and all of a sudden every game had this sprawling green land that you could climb up anything. And
yeah.
So
I feel you.
I just feel like that's kind of inevitable at this point. But I don't know. That's my only thought about it. It looks fine. I'd see more of it. It was way more
it was just cinematic.
CG, cinematic than gameplay.
Yeah. Next up, I don't even remember this, if I'm being honest.
I remember this. Moving Out 2. It's a what, moving puzzle game? Is that how you would explain this?
I don't remember it at all, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't remember seeing it in the games convention.
I remember the trailer for the first one when it was coming out because it got a good amount of buzz, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't play it. I feel like it's made by the same people as what's the cooking game? Couch co-op cooking game. Overcooked. I feel like it's in the same realm as Overcooked, except it's about moving out.
I like that. That's cool. I feel like with my friend group and our experience moving out, this would be a very stressful game to play amongst friends and whatnot. But
hey, if we can find Moving Out 1 for cheap, we should just stream it one day just to fuck around.
That'll be a time. Next up, Hogwarts.
Is anybody else bored as shit? Like, it doesn't look good to me. It looks boring.
It looks bad.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a PS2 game, textures wise. Like, it does not look like a next gen title.
No.
At all. And I'm kind of shocked with the amount of money that fucking the franchise of Harry Potter has.
Right.
That this seems to be what they're putting out. I mean, it was pushed back as well. It was pushed back to next year, I think February, if I'm right.
Let me check. It was hold on. Where the hell? I know they announced it.
Yeah. I'm not that I don't see the appeal.
February 10th.
Yeah, I was right. February. Look at that.
Job.
But it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like the gameplay itself does not look polished enough to be like coming out in the next like 4 or 5 months. Like the textures look terrible. The character designs don't look great. The magic effects are the only thing that I'm like, okay, these are good magic, but like, how are you gonna fuck that up? You know?
Yeah.
Everything else though, I don't like it. You can pre-order the deluxe edition. You get a Theastral mount.
Ooh.
Whatever that means.
Theastral mounts.
A Dark Arts cosmetic set, a Dark Arts battle arena, and you get an Onyx hippogriff mount and a Dark Arts garrison hat. And you also get 72 hours early access as well. 3
days.
Yeah, for the deluxe edition. So it's definitely a little bit more pricey, obviously. But I think I'm gonna play this game. Let's just put that out there straight away.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna like it, but I feel like we need to have some sort of opinion on it based on gameplay. So
I hope you're pleasantly surprised. I really do. Like
I hope it looks better than it does.
I mean, they
visually,
got time.
Oof.
They got time.
I don't get it, man. I can't like. There's games that choose to look like PS2 games, but like they don't look this bad.
Oh yeah,
you know.
I know.
Like there's a difference between style and just like you don't have the resources that you need, you know? But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Gotcha.
Next up
we have new Tales from the Borderlands. Despite being announced back in April, leaked last week, and confirmed by Gamescom opening night's live host Jeff Keighley ahead of the show, the new Tales from the Borderlands game has finally received its official reveal trailer. Called New Tales from the Borderlands, the trailer showed plenty of the classic comedy that fans of the original Telltale series were fans of, and the new game can be played on October 21st, so soon.
Yeah.
Now, as a Borderlands boy, how do you feel about this?
I absolutely loved the first Telltale game.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see that they got back some of the writers from the original Telltale game. I am curious about how this is in the Borderlands world, because while the style of the characters and the environments, like the look of it looks right, it also looks nothing like Borderlands because of the setting that it's in. Because Borderlands is like this giant, vast desert with like somewhat futuristic city areas and stuff. This looks too clean to be the Borderlands that I know personally. Right. so there's a part of me that's like, is this a prequel before like shit goes wrong, or is it like way in the future or something? I have no idea. It is cool to see some of the main characters in this. They're very eclectic in the diversity that they chose. There's also a character that's in a wheelchair, which is a first, and I kind of like thought about that. Like, there's not many video game characters that are in wheelchairs or like some sort of disabled, and I was like, that's very interesting, and I like that that's a thing. And then I was also playing backyard baseball, and there's a kid who is in a wheelchair to play, and I was like, there's the one that I remember. But I like this. I love the Telltale style. They're not much
it's
games.
always stylistic like they always are. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I'll probably be playing this. I don't know if it'll be like a stream type of game, just because it's more of a movie than it is a game. So I can't really give too much opinion to it. It's just what I would choose to go down the storylines. But if you guys are interested, I'll stream it.
Yeah,
let me know.
I'm sure somebody's interested.
Hell yeah. Next up, Dying Light 2 Stay Human expansion was detailed. The Dying Light 2 first major story expansion, called Bloody Ties, received a new trailer during the opening night stream. It looked pretty okay. I don't know much about Dying Light.
I don't know anything about Dying Light.
I will admit the trailer looked cool. So like the whole like battle arena where like you're just fighting a bunch of people, first person melee style in gladiator fighting, which was kind of neat. Yeah. It is an expansion, so I don't think that I will be getting it. But yeah.
Yeah. For those who love Dying Light, that will be out October 13th. A lot of things coming out soon, which is pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Next up, Tortuga. That's how you say it, right? I know I'd be saying shit wrong.
Tortuga. You had to put like your lip up like this, like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay, yeah, you did it better.
Give a little more Tortuga. I got John Depp.
A Pirate's Tale revealed. A very brief trailer to Tortuga, A Pirate's Tale, was released during opening night live. Not much is known about the game at the moment, but it was confirmed to be a development for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Yeah.
Did they show gameplay during the trailer, or was
I'm about to watch it. I'm about to look at it.
Yeah, it was like a top-down thing, like with ships and shit.
You know, I thought of you when I watched this trailer, right?
Why? Because it was animated really well, and then it went.
Then all of a sudden, it was like a mobile game, kind of. It looked like it says it's coming to consoles and PC, but this looks like this game should be on your phone.
I mean, it could be. It's not that I don't think it looks like a phone game. I think it's a game that could be on a phone, if that makes sense. Because like point and click games and types and like stuff like this, that they've always had a place on like PC, obviously, and then somewhat on console, depending on which game you're talking about. But I don't know. It was I don't like these types of games. I don't know why. I feel like an asshole whenever I say this, but I don't see the appeal from like a gaming standpoint, because I don't think it's that impressive of a game. Like obviously, if you're looking for like a very simple game, yeah, sure, here it is. But like the amount of effort that they put into the trailers for these, it doesn't make sense to me how that equates to what the actual gameplay is.
Right.
So that's where I get confused, because it's like, don't oversell me on what the game is.
Right.
But that's just me. What was next up? Jesus, I hate how all these videos automatically play with sound.
Yeah, I keep doing the same thing, keep muting the sound.
But Marauders is going to enter in early access this October. It is a first-person shooter. It's received a silver of what the fuck is this person right? Tactical first-person shooter Marauders received a sliver of new gameplay and confirmation of an October release date for an early access. Not much, pretty much, comes from this trailer. There's a little bit of first-person shooter access that we're seeing. It's like a looter shooter, almost kind of looks like Escape from Tarkov. if I were to make the comparison, but with a different setting and space. Kind of what's the one game? Blanking. The game that was shit and then got good because you could play online with each other. Space, the Final Frontier.
Fucking No Man's Sky.
That it looks like No Man's Sky, but like realistic.
Yeah, I could see that.
But
but now that No Man's Sky has been hella updated, No Man's Sky looks way better.
Yeah, but that's all I'll say. There's not much about that one. But next up, I'm curious on how you feel about this because I have maybe an unpopular opinion.
Okay. Sonic Frontiers officially confirmed for November. Despite the release date and trailer leaking from Sega earlier that day, Opening Night Live has now officially confirmed that Sonic Frontiers will be released on November 8th. A new trailer was also released that focuses on the game's story. All right. Well, first and foremost, Sega they've just put my boy Sonic on a suicide mission.
Yeah. Because this game is doomed.
Why would they do that? Because fucking God of War comes out the next day.
Yep.
So I don't want to say no one, but the general audience of game, no one's going to be playing this past the day it comes out. If that, because later that night they're just going to play God of War.
Yeah. Also, no, I don't think it looks good as well.
I think this game is so hard to figure out. I don't know if it looks good or not because it looks like a lot of the more recent 3D Sonic games. Well, when it comes to him going to like those old stages, like I know it's open world sort of now, but I think Sega has kept this so vague leading up to now that it's like I don't know what to expect. I feel like they're trying to make this serious story about Sonic, which I'm not opposed to, but a part of me feels like it looks okay, but they also are making Sonic do way more than Sonic needs to do.
Yeah.
Like, all right, for me, I'll be like, okay, I'll dig into this and see where they're going with the story and all that stuff. But if I'm like a kid, like Trenton wants to play this. He's like, is it coming on Switch? Because he wants to play it on his Switch. And I'm looking at it like, this might be the Sonic game that you don't like. Because I feel like there's too much happening. There's too many mechanics in it. It's not like you're just run and gun like Sonic game.
It almost reminds me, and this is like a shitty comparison, but like it looks like they took Sonic and then just dropped him into Elden Ring.
Yeah, I get why you say that,
world.
Though. Yeah.
And then like the fighting, it's just like this doesn't seem like to me how Sonic would fight. I guess, if that makes sense. Like
I agree with that.
You run a circle around someone and then that makes it do a thing and then you can like jump on their heads.
That's the one thing that looks like something they could add to Sonic's arsenal of Sonic moves, like the whole running a circle around you until you fly up in there. But like the physical fighting he's doing, like punch, kick, all that stuff, I'm like, well, that's not technically what I sign up for with Sonic. It doesn't. I say all that to also say I don't think it looks bad enough to where I'm not going to play. I don't think it looks bad. I just think it looks confused. I think they're kind of losing the identity of who this character is, and they're trying things because Sonic's got a lot of bad rap on his more recent games. So now they're just trying to throw him into this different arena of gameplay. All that said, I'm still going to get it. I'm still going to play it. I'm still going
for 5 minutes.
Yeah, because then I have to put this down because God of War is going to come out.
Yeah.
Why?
That's the shitty part is like you can't even have an opinion of this game and get far enough unless, because here's my thoughts when it comes to like these games. Like I'm 100% requesting off to play God of War. If I was as big of a Sonic fan as you, I would have to request off the day that Sonic comes out as well to just binge that game to like get it out of the way so that I'm free to do God of War.
You know what sucks about that is that I would do that, but even if like I'm not even about to comment on like not even like my time. Let's say I had all the time in the world.
Yeah.
And I could just play this all day long. I'm not going to beat this in one day. So
no, not at all.
Because they made this game like super layered, and it's actually like you're building up experience and all that stuff. So it's like a full-on action RPG.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to beat this in a day, but I'm going to put it down once God of War drops. So by the time I'm done with God of War, I'm going to come back to this and be like, I don't remember what was happening.
They really set this up for failure.
Why would they do that? And they're trying to take this so seriously. Like Sega's like, we're banking a lot on this title. We're trying to bring Sonic back to form, etc. They've been saying this all while this campaign has been going on. This whole like, they're trying to like hype up this game. And I'm like, but don't put it out in, this could have came out closer to Christmas. Put it out in December.
Yeah. Christmas game, or even like at the beginning of the month. Like you could do like November 1st. Like I don't even give a shit. Like end of the month prior or like beginning of the month, but like the day before God of War. Like who the fuck does Sega think they are? Like they can't. You can't compete with that.
This isn't
even if God of War sucked. Even if God of War sucks, you still can't beat God of War.
No.
Comparatively. But
not today's age. Not like you can't put this game out and be like, oh, this will be fine.
Yeah.
Now it's God of War. We talked about it in the Discord, but God of War has reached a level of clout that is I feel like the only thing that could come out the same day or a day before and give it any kind of slight competition would have to be like Breath of the Wild 2. Like, even if you're not a fan of that game, you would have to. It's the only game with that much.
It's comparable.
Yeah, it's like that much clout. Like, it's comparable on that level. You might, even if you don't like Zelda games, it's the only game that has the comparable amount of like, oh shit, when it drops with so much gravity.
Yeah,
that everything stops. Because it would have to be like, and it's on the same console, so it wouldn't happen. But it would have to be like Spider-Man 2 would have to come out.
Yeah.
And take the reins, or at least have comparable, like people trying to battle with their time to play.
Yeah. It's just crazy to me. I'm curious to see how it does. Like, I feel like this is like, if it survives this, I'd be shocked. But I feel like the only reviews we're going to end up getting for this game are the people that get early review samples, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, those are the only people that we're actually be able to hear reviews from. Anyone else that, you know, is just a casual gamer that just wants to talk about the game, we're not going to hear shit from them.
No.
But
I'm sure someone's done it, but there needs to be a gif of just Kratos, just like Sonic running up like, hey, what's going on? And Kratos just beating the shit out of him.
Honestly.
Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Put Sonic in Fortnite so that Kratos can teabag him. And much. Default dance on him. But
I do want to play it. I'm excited to play it as a Sonic fan and see what the new shit is. Because reviewers who have played this at all these conferences have said good things about it.
Yeah.
And as a Sonic fan, I'm like, well, I feel good about that. I'm glad they do. I'm glad they're saying great things. I just hate the release date.
All right.
And I could also understand the criticism because of what kind of where they threw him. They take a big risk by doing not even just the date, but just this game, like making it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they're throwing Hail Marys with Sonic, because I feel like the last great review of a Sonic game was Sonic Mania. And that's only because it was a throwback to the old games.
Well, we'll see what happens. November's coming right around the corner, right?
Yep.
Mathematically. Is that next month?
No. What the fuck? It's next month is September.
I don't know the numbers compared
October,
to the month.
And then November.
You're right. We had to do Halloween and such.
Yes. We have to do Halloween and such.
Podcast title. Moving forward. Under the Waves was revealed from Quantic Dream and Parallel Studio. A new narrative-driven adventure game called Under the Waves has been announced for Quantum Dream. In parallel, Under the Waves follows Stan, an oil company diver in the 1970s who is exploring the depths of the North Sea, and it is expected to be released in 2023. I kind of like the look of this as like a relaxing chill game. They were also mentioning that this is a departure from the previous games that they worked on, obviously. And like that's just the like what they do as a studio is they'll just change everything up to the next game. This looks interesting to the point where it's like it might actually have some good narrative shit going on with like maybe some sort of environmentalism shit.
It looks like that.
And I kind of like that because it almost looks like some stuff's like sunken under the water that shouldn't be down there. But there's also some sort of like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like there's like a ghost that shows up next to the dude on a bridge.
Girl.
Yeah.
And
that looks interesting to me to see like what kind of thing that is. But it's also like you're on an oil rig and then there's like fire everywhere underwater. And that's a thing that's crazy. Yeah. Because that doesn't happen unless you're watching SpongeBob. But I like the look of it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Visually, it looks cool.
Yeah. It's very visually stimulating. It's like when I used to be in college and I first experienced the weed before, we watched a National Geographic documentary of aquatic life, and it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life because it was just like bright, vivid colors of fish and bright blue of the ocean.
Right.
This feels like that same energy, but also it has like a dark undertone that I can't really put my finger on that I like. So
it's intriguing.
Yeah. Yes, very much so.
Next up, Goat Simulator 3 gets its first gameplay.
Goat Simulator 3.
Huh?
Day one.
Goat Simulator 3 received its first gameplay at opening night live, showing off more chaos, more goats, and randomly yoga. The game was first announced in June, but this is the first proper look at the game revealed ahead of its November 17th release date. It looks like fun ass nonsense.
Yeah. I never played the first one for more than like an hour or two. But this one looks like it has so much in it that I want to like fuck around and find out.
It's a big playground.
Yeah.
I just watched YouTube.
The multiplayer, dude. Oh, that aspect of it makes me even more interested. Just because I feel like that'd be such a good time just to like hop on. And instead of playing Fortnite one night on fucking Figure Friday to end the stream, everyone's just a bunch of ghosts screaming at each other. And one person's dunking, the other person's doing yoga, one person's rocketing around, and the other guy's singing opera. Maybe
you said it, so now it's going to happen. So people who tune into the Figure Fridays and plays with Chris, this game comes out November 17th, so be ready.
Keep tuned in. Follow on Twitch.
Titty
and such. Next up, Return to Monkey Island is arriving in September. It is officially arriving on International Talk Like a Pirate Day, which they made a big deal about. Otherwise known as September 19th. A new trailer was released that shared details on the game's pre-order bonus, which is a horse armor set, which is unable to be used at all.
Of course.
It's just an item that stays in your inventory that does nothing. And they explicitly said that in the trailer. But it's a pre-order bonus that you get.
Cheeky bastards.
Yeah. But and the funny part is that the horse armor does not affect gameplay in any way whatsoever either. So it's just a random item that exists that you will have in your inventory. I would assume taking an inventory slot too. So maybe you don't want to pre-order the game.
That's funny as shit. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. I've never played Monkey Island before. I might maybe try and emulate it to see what the big deal is about.
It gets people love Monkey Island. I've never played it.
I remember the hype when this was announced. Like everyone was freaking out in whatever fucking chat that was going on, or from whatever stream it was. But yeah, pretty fucking cool.
Pretty dope. Next up, we have Subnautica developer reveals sci-fi game written by Brandon Sanderson. This game is called Moonbreaker. Players can enjoy the Warhammer 40,000 style gameplay with a StarCraft style look when its early access arrives on PC and Mac this fall. I've never played Subnautica or Warhammer 40,000
So
or StarCraft. So
pretty much the Warhammer 40K thing is that they're a bunch of minis, like little mini guys, and you paint them in game, which is really neat and I actually kind of like a lot. And then the gameplay is top down tactics.
got it.
The top down tactics part I'm not obviously a fan of, but the idea of like getting all these minis and like custom painting them in game to then go and play with them is very intriguing to me. Even if you're just playing the painting part, I feel like that's enough of a game by itself. Yeah. But it's pretty cool. I like the look of it. Not a tactics guy, but I know a couple people and maybe one set of streamers that might stream this on their stream on Mondays exclusively. Bearman and Friends.
I could see that happening.
I would like to see them play this game because I know they're the number one Gears tactics streamer, but if they were painting minis and then doing the Gears tactics, but as the minis, I feel like that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, dude. So go play that so I can join the stream and watch you guys play it.
Yeah, because I don't know if I'll buy this if it costs money.
I'm sure it costs. Well, you never know.
Unless it's on Game Pass, you know. Yeah. Like if it's on Game Pass, I will play it. But if it's like $60, hey guys, I'll watch you play it.
Yeah, you guys do the thing, and we will be in the audience.
Yes. Next year.
Yeah.
Your favorite?
Yeah. Friends versus Friends, which is a colorful new card deck based shooter. I love the art. And
yeah, the art's phenomenal.
I like the gameplay. The gameplay looks fun. I mean, there's cards there, but the gameplay still looks fun. In perhaps one of the most bizarre combinations of genres, Friends vs. Friends was revealed during Opening Night Live to be a first-person shooter with a card deck-based ability system. The trailer was as colorful as it was confusing, but publisher Raw Fury assures that it's a ton of fun. It does look like it's fun.
It reminds me a lot of that one game that just came out that Anna is a big fan of, Neon White.
Yes. And I do,
but you can actually see your gun, though.
I still want to play Neon White.
I do too. I gotta try it out. I download it on the Steam Deck. I like the look of this though. Like it looks very fun. The animations for like the cutscenes that they showed compared to the actual game, it's funny to me how like the game itself is more like pixel based. Like it's almost and that's not 64-bit. I don't know what the fucking bits are. But I just like the look. It looks neat. It looks like a fun, neat game. So maybe I'll try that out when that comes out.
It looks almost like PS2.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Yeah,
as opposed to Harry Potter.
Right. That's the bad way.
This is what we're talking about. A way where they do it on purpose, but it looks good as a PS2 game compared to Harry Potter, where it's like,
what are you doing? Why did you do
this? But next up, Lies of P, not Life. I keep saying Life because of like there's a movie. I forget what the fuck it's called. Lies of P is a new Souls like set in the Dark Bell epilogue Epoch world. A super dark trailer was released for Lies of P, an upcoming Souls like game set in the Belle Epoch world based on the story of Pinocchio. A player must guide him on his journey to become a real boy, and a short gameplay reveal definitely gave up, dare we say, Bloodborne vibes.
Yes, for sure.
100%. Very, very Bloodborne, very, very cool. I like the aesthetic a lot. I don't really like those types of games, but I'm a big fan of what this is. I want to watch people.
You know, I don't even really play those games, but this, like, I'll play this. This looks dope.
I don't know if I'll play this because I just don't like Souls combat. It's just not my thing.
Same.
Personally.
All right. Well, at the very least, they're doing a great job selling me with this trailer. It looks.
I also don't understand how it's Pinocchio, but the head of the character that is Pinocchio is a human head. So, like, what happens when he lies? You know, Like, does his human nose grow?
Oh man, that wooden dick of his grows.
Hey,
I went there.
but yeah, I don't know. I love the look of it and the style, and I'm not gonna buy it day one. I need to watch people play it before, or like a beta or some sort of shit like that, like some sort of demo. I need to test it before I play it because I cannot buy another game that is Souls-like where I just sit here and I'm like, I hate this.
Did they give a date?
That's a good question. Let me scroll down. It's planned for release on PS5, Xbox Series S, and PC, and we got a look at alpha gameplay back in June, but we do not have a release date fully yet. I don't believe. Well, 2023 is the thing.
Oh wait, I'm tripping. The end of this trailer says it's going to be on it's going to be on PC Game Pass. So boom, there you go.
Oh, day one Game Pass,
or is it regular game? Either way, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'll play it then.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, Lies of P looks fucking cool. What do we got next year? Because I think I went to the bathroom for these couple games, to be honest with you, because I don't recognize them.
I watched this when I got home from work, and I felt like I remember seeing Lies of P. I don't remember seeing Friends versus Friends. I think I like tuned out or fell asleep or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of these now I'm seeing for like, no, not the first time because I skipped ahead to some of these. Anyway, we are at Stranded. Alien Dawn revealed with a cinematic trailer. A gorgeous cinematic trailer revealed Stranded Alien Dawn, a game in which players must venture to a dangerous new world to fight for survival. Described as a planet survival sim, Stranded Alien Dawn comes from developers of city builders, including Surviving Mars.
It's one of those games where the trailer looks phenomenal cinematically, and then
there you go.
It's a sim. It's a sim-based game.
I don't know. I don't really have any opinions on this.
Early access is in October.
If
you're into that,
right?
We're gonna just keep chugging along.
Yeah, we're gonna keep.
So the next game up was Atlas Fallen.
I thought this looked pretty cool.
I loved the look of the trailer. I really like it. There was gameplay too, right? At a certain point at the end,
yes. Yeah. I remember being kind of like starting to, like you said, kind of like tune out, and then when this happened, I was like, "This looks like something cool."
Yeah. So pretty much in this game, Focus Home Interactive announced a new game from Deck 13 where the player's primary weapon is sand in the desert. Trailer showed two warriors fighting Monster Hunter style, using shape-shifting weapons made of sand and sand-based abilities, and sand gets everywhere, as we all know.
It does.
It's coarse and rough, and it's irritating. But I love the look of it. The scene in the gameplay where they're just like gliding on the sand to move around is what sold me on it. I'm not a huge fan of the combat because it looks very what's the word? Like it's just too much effects. Like there's just too much happening on screen to like understand what's actually happening. But like the movement of like getting around on the sand really made me like, that's cool. I like this. I want to do it. So
this stood out to me. This game looks like I'm at the very least interested. 2023 PS5, Xbox Series X, PC.
Yep.
What is next?
Homeworld
3 receives new gameplay. Blackbird Interactive's upcoming real-time strategy game Homeworld 3 received a gameplay deep dive during opening night live. Various scenarios are shown to illustrate how players can use different strategies and tactics to overcome their foes in deep space. What do you think about Homeworld 3, Chris?
I have surprisingly no opinions on it from skimming the trailer. It sure does look like space.
Yep. That's how I feel. We can move on if you're okay with that.
Definitely, yep. Next up, Genshin Impact shared a new trailer at a new region in game. I'm just going to say this one real quick and then literally just say the next one as well. Also, Job Simulator VR developer unveils a new game. Sorry, I need to click on the separate link to see what it is. Alchemy Labs just unveiled its next project at Gamescom, an untitled VR game that has been built from the ground up for hand tracking and may have something to do with eating, is what it looks like from the trailer that they showed, which was literally just people with their Oculuses and like they didn't have their hands on their controllers. It was tracking their hands with the cameras on the outside. So, I don't know how to explain this. They kind of like sold the game by not showing the game. And then pretty much the end of the thing was like, you had to be there. Like you had to play it to understand why it was cool, which I don't like. Like, show me the fucking game. Like,
that's why we're here.
Like you saying, well, you know, this game we're making, you're just going to have to fucking see it. I'm not giving you my money.
Trust me,
if I don't know what the game looks like. Like, I don't know. It's I guess that's interesting. I like the Job Simulator and the people that worked on Job Simulator and like the stuff that's they've done. So something that's more hand tracking, that's very interesting to me when you don't have to use your controller itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Genshin Impact developer HoYoverse has revealed a mysterious new story trailer for its next game, Honkai Star Rail. Or Honkai. I don't want to say honk. Honkai. The trailer
I like the look of this a lot.
It looks nice. It looks dope. The trailer shows us a main character seemingly having a nightmare about his past, in which a voice tells him of 5 people, 3 must pay the price. Damn, yo, shit's gonna be wild, fam.
Yeah. I might just like this because I just saw Bullet Train and it's a train, and like it looks very similar in the situation wise. But I don't know. I like the look of it. I've always liked the way that Genshin itself looks.
Yeah,
I'm just not. I don't want to get into that game because I know what kind of a game it is. It's a gacha game. It's like Fortnite where there's all these skins and shit, but it actually matters. Yeah. The things that you get from it's not just cosmetics. There's actually like pay to win in theory.
There's actual stuff.
I don't want to do that because I know my type of personality where I'd be like, well, I wouldn't be good at the game, so I need to spend more money to get the good character that's good and better than everybody else.
Make you broke game.
Yeah. But hopefully this isn't that. Maybe it's an actual just like straight up story game from them, which I'd be very interested by. I know there's the other one that they're doing too that's like more cyberpunky.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the name of it, to be fair. But yeah. Next up, I'm so excited for this.
I can't wait for this game.
Is this me? Am I doing this one? I can't remember.
Yes, this is you.
Yeah, cool. So High on Life from Squanch Games, Justin Roiland, and the folks from the people who brought you Rick and Morty.
Yes.
And a bunch of other phenomenal games. They showed us a whole entire boss fight using probably the first gun that you get in the game with the knife as well, with a lot of the voice lines. Pretty much, it reminds me a lot of like a Borderlands boss where there's like, you know, first person shooter. She's shooting like different stuff that you can jump over, like waves of fire or something, but she's like the little balls and I like it. It's really neat. And the fucking guns and the knife, their monologues and the shit they're saying is fucking hilarious and a good time. I don't know. I cannot wait for this game. This is going to be a game I play on stream just because like I really want to play this game, and I'll play it on stream and then I'll end stream and then keep playing it. So
it's also on Game Pass. It's going to be on Game Pass. So it's great.
Day one Game Pass, baby. Oh, God, it just looks so good too. Like it does.
It's a really well done game. It looks like a game made by people who love video games, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like the part where the floor drops out and shit.
Yes. Yeah,
dude.
It has like all the trappings of like everything you loved about classic games. Just they made a 3D version. It looks really fun.
I love this so much. Like, I do not know what else to say besides give me it now, please. Thank you. But yeah, fucking High on Life, baby. Cannot wait for that to come out.
It's going to be fire. What was the date? Did they say?
I don't know. I skipped to the end of the trailer.
I'm looking
It did
now.
not show me the
It doesn't
end of
show
the
it in
trailer.
this trailer. I feel like we knew at one point, and then
we might. I can look it up real quick while we go over the next one. October 25th.
Nope. High on Life was recently delayed to December 13th.
Where does it say that?
If you click the link for the game that was under that trailer, it says it. High on Life was recently delayed to December 13th in order to get more polish. It will release on PC, Xbox Series X, Xbox One. I mean, PC, Xbox Series XS, and Xbox One, and will be available at release on Game Pass.
But not PC Game Pass, so I will have to buy this. Shit.
Oh, shit. I didn't even.
Fuck. And it's not on PlayStation, so that's a thing.
Yeah, true.
Shit. I can play it on my Steam Deck.
True. You could I don't know, do Figure Friday from my house that day.
Yeah. I mean, I can figure out how to do it here too, but I gotta buy things.
Right.
So
true that. Next up, The Expanse gets a new trailer and release window. The Expanse, the upcoming game from Telltale Games, have received a new trailer showing off more of the game's story alongside a summer 2023 release window. I know nothing about The Expanse. I don't know if I've looked into this game. Have we talked about The Expanse before?
I don't believe so. I didn't love the look of it, if I'm being honest. I like Telltale, but I don't know this property, if that makes sense.
Same.
Like, it's a TV show, right? That's already out.
It is.
And this is a prequel.
Oh.
So like apparently like you can play this, I think, and then like I could be wrong, but I think this is a prequel. From a television show, because the actors that are on the couch are actually from the show. And this is like a look at them before how we know them in the show, like today or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know Telltale makes phenomenal games no matter what. The Batman game was great. The fucking Wolf Among Us is probably my favorite one of them all. Obviously, The Walking Dead, Clementine, Jesus Christ, and Lee. Oh man. But
good.
Yeah, I would not be opposed to playing this, but I'm not like searching for it. But this next game though.
Yes.
I love this movie that it's based on. Have you ever seen this movie?
Yes, back then too. So for me, it's like I've seen it so long ago.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a movie I saw a whole bunch. So for me, I probably have to watch it again. Like I barely remember it.
I watched it like for the first time last year.
Oh shit.
Specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this type of horror movie.
Well,
Killer Clowns, baby, from outer space. Multiplayer game. 3 versus 7 is what the game's going to be. So 10-person lobbies, 3 versus 7. 3 of the clowns, 7 humans. It looks very Dead by Daylight. If I'm going to make a
made by the same people who did the Jason game,
it could be. I don't know.
This is just their next one.
It could be. Yeah, I can click on the link. Maybe it shows me who makes it, because it does not say it in the blurb.
It doesn't.
Bada boom, bada bing. Scroll up a bit.
Sorry for the dead air, ladies and gentlemen.
Apologize. I'm also watching wrestling at the same time, and something just happened that I've been waiting for so fucking long. This wrestler that has sit for a solid year and a half on the side of the ring with a box over his head with eye holes cut in it. It said underused on it because they didn't use him.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking finally took the box off and started beating the shit out of one of the people.
I mean, as he should.
And I'm a huge fan of the guy because he's a big Spider-Man fan as well. And his wife is from Philly, and a bunch of, there's a bunch of stuff here.
A lot of connection going on. I don't see it saying that It just gave me the vibe of that Jason game, and I think there's another.
It's from the
game.
Friday the 13th game.
That's what I'm. Yeah. Okay, so yes.
It's by TerraVision Games, led by Randy Greenback, who previously served as an executive director on the Friday the 13th game.
Okay, so okay, it's in the same
idea.
realm. Yeah.
I just love this movie with like a burning passion. It's so goofy, but also like legitimately terrifying at the same time.
Right.
But it doesn't use cheap scares often in it. Like there's I think like 2 scares in the movie that are like kind of cheap jump scares. Like the cotton candy cocoons when they like peel it back for the first time and they see what's going on underneath. That's the only time I feel like I was jump scared from it.
Yeah.
Like legitimately. Other than that, it's just like, this is a scary thing that's happening. Also, the prosthetics are fucking amazing. Like, I could gush about this movie all night, but I don't. I've already done that in Haptic Intel's chat with Josh, as Brett didn't know what the fuck we were talking about. But I very, very much am looking forward to this. I don't like horror games. I will play this. If somebody wants to play it with me. So
word.
Yeah.
Scars Above gets a new trailer. I don't know. It says a new trailer, but I don't remember this game. Scars Above, a dark sci-fi action game, got a new story and gameplay trailer at Gamescom opening night live, showing off its cinematic storyline and alien combat. Revealed during Gamescom opening night live, we got a look at the story behind the game, which is an alien structure appear above Earth and human explorers coping with the nightmares they find when they explore its seeming home. It looks like a mystery horror game shooter, and that's a lot of genres together, but it does look like all those things.
I don't know why specifically, but I did notice in this trailer when it showed the people, like there's a specific scene where they're like, I can't remember what the hell's happening, but like I guess like their ship is going down or something, or they're scanning for something, and the voice acting is very good. The animation,
I know what you're talking about.
It doesn't show the emotions that they're giving off with the voice acting.
They look blank.
Yeah, like it's like the main captain woman that's in the first shot, and then it cuts to this secondary woman, and she sounds like frightened about something, and I'm like, oh, okay. So, and I'm like doing work from home, and I have like my screen here and my phone's down here while I'm watching this, and I hear her voice and it sounds concerned, and like her voice acting made me be like, oh, let me look back at this and see what's happening. And it's just like Dragon Ball Z lip flaps with like no reaction.
The NPCs are like robots.
Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, it's not coming out like right away, but I was definitely not in love with it. So there's that.
PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, and PC. It just says coming soon.
Yeah. Scroll back down. Next after that, Fallout and Skyrim veteran Jeff Gardner makes a new RPG called Weird Song or Word Song. I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest with you guys. It looked like a game. I'm scrolling through the little trailer here. There's not much in terms of gameplay that we got right here, cinematic. But it kind of just sets the mood a little bit. Kind of spacey. It kind of feels Destiny 2-ish, but also a little bit of like medieval times at the same time.
Yeah. They call it the game will be set in a dark fictional version of historical Portugal full of conspiracies and supernatural goings on.
Yeah, that's a thing.
They said it's an open world RPG.
I'd like to see gameplay of this because that sounds interesting. It is from former Bethesda lead Jeff Gardner, so I'm not looking forward to what the game might be play wise, because if it's first person with like that same Bethesda-esque first-person shooter, I don't like that style. And I will be kind of sad, but that's just me. So yeah. Next up, the best games of all time.
Age of Empires 4, Ottomans and Malians announced. And
You
Age
know
of
us.
Huh?
Age of Empires #1 fans on Save Before Quitting.
Love that shit. A new Age of Empires 4 expansion called Ottomans and Malians are was announced during opening night live. A new trailer showed off how the two civilizations will work, with the Malian civilization focusing on wit and strategy to outmaneuver the enemy, while the Ottoman civilization has access to powerful weaponry, including fortress wall destroying cannons. So all you Age of Empires people, boom. Next.
Next up, your boy is taking over.
Of course.
Gotham Knights launching earlier than expected. They're actually launching the game a little bit earlier.
Because Kratos scares everyone except Sonic for some reason.
Yeah. So they're launching on October 21st. We actually got a little bit more story in this trailer, which gives us an idea of what we're going up against in this game.
Yeah.
I was originally sold on this game after the Red Hood trailer, and that's when I put my pre-order in. If I didn't then, this would have made me do it here, because I like a lot what they're setting up here. They're setting up that Jim Gordon in this universe, which is not the Arkham City one, it's separate, it's inspired by, it's not the same. Jim Gordon has died pretty much, and this police chief that's taken over in his stead now has to work with the Bat family because Batman has also died. So she has to work in lieu with them and in Wayne Manor. So she goes directly to them, which is really cool. We also get a look at some of the villains that we're facing up against, both the League of the Court of Owls. I almost said League of Assassins, different thing. Court of Owls, Underground Society in Gotham, Mr. Freeze. We're in the sewers at some point too. So I'm kind of thinking Killer Croc maybe, but they didn't show him, I don't believe. But Harley Quinn as well. But she looks a little less crazy than she does in most series. She just looks like a blonde, you know, just a crazy blonde. We also get Clayface, which is really neat. I haven't seen Clayface in a Batman video game in a while, which is neat to see. And then there's also some underground weird zombie things, which I don't know off the top of my head who that is or what that is, but throughout the whole entire trailer, all the Gotham Knights are changing their outfits and whatnot, so you're seeing different gear sets that you can unlock and outfits that you can get throughout the game, which is cool. I'm pretty much sold on this game. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun time. The only thing that I hate about it, and it's the one thing that I think is the biggest miss of this game, is that it's 2-player co-op instead of 4. That is
not 4.
It's so stupid. And I hate to say that, and I hate to be a dick about it, but it's really stupid. It was funny because I was in the chat with Haptic Stream earlier with their podcast, and I was like, the only thing that I don't like about this game is that it's not 4-person co-op. And I like the look of it, I like the story. I think the gameplay looks a lot better than it did when we first saw it. And they're like, oh shit, apparently we're off about this, and it might look better than we think it does. And I'm like, yeah, it looks decent, but the 4-player not being a thing is really fucking hindering to me. Yeah. So I'm hoping someone gets it so that I can play it with someone. I don't know if anyone is looking forward to it besides me. So I might. I said
I liked it from the start. I mean, I thought it looked fine. I don't think this game is breaking the mold or it's a classic or anything, but I thought it looked at least fun to play.
Okay, well, maybe you'll get it. Maybe pre-orders. You can pre-order and you can get a Bat Cycle skin. All of the 4 Bat members get the ability to use the Bat Cycle to get through the town, get through Gotham and whatnot. And then they each have their own, ways to get around. Nightwing's got his Fortnite glider. Red Hood has powers. And then I think Red Robin, or it's not Red Robin. It is Red Robin. There is a character called Red Robin. It is this Robin, but he's not Red Robin yet because Robin, Damian Wayne. Kinda, Batman's cowl. Yeah. So imagine Batman's cowl, but without the ears. That's Red Robin's cowl.
It's kind of a burger. Yeah,
that's kind of a burger. But
episode title, kind of a burger.
Oh, we have too many this time.
I know.
I like that we just randomly say podcast title throughout the episode, because then when editing like the podcast, you could just click on a random part and there's like a 70% chance that you're going to get a podcast title and you don't have to listen to the whole thing through to remember it, which is nice.
There was one I said I'm definitely using and I don't remember it now.
THICColos Redemption.
No. Yeah, THICColos. No, what was the brosed?
Brosed.
You said you brosed by somebody?
Mm.
It might be THICColos Redemption. No, that's way better.
That's up to you. But October 21st, a little bit earlier than usual. I will be playing this live on stream when it comes out. I have the deluxe version pre-order.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, we still got a good...
This next game,
it looks nice.
Was so bored.
You were so bored?
Bored.
Horde.
That's how what's his name? Jean-Claude Van Damme says that he's got an erection. I am so bored right now.
Bored. All right. Where winds meet. Open world set in medieval China. It looks super dope. I immediately thought of Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah.
A reveal trailer showed the game's stunning environments alongside various gameplay elements, including hunting, combat, horseback riding, and more. The game promises a ton of player choice with the ability to join and influence different kingdoms, or literally go in a different direction by becoming a wanderer, a doctor, a merchant, and more. What?
Looks so fucking good.
Yeah, it does look good.
There's almost like a mystical element to it as well. Like kind of like how Ghost of Tsushima tried to do with the multiplayer thing that they did, where it was like kind of dark and spiritual. This looks like it feeds it directly into the story as well.
Fucking gorgeous, like Ghost of Tsushima too. It looks amazing.
I want it. I want it now.
I want it now. Like it. I'm looking at these pictures. And I'm like, it just.
Yeah.
It looks
the candle
beautiful.
Picture by itself, like I'd put that as like a background on my computer straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready for the next one where I just completely say this is stupid?
You know what? You take the reins, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Next up, Jeff Keighley being Jeff Keighley and needing to at least say Hideo Kojima once per show.
Of course.
That's the quota. Brings on Hideo Kojima with a video message. We're all thinking, oh shit, we're going to actually hear something game related from Kojima. He's saying that he's got stuff in the works. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah.
And then he just posts, hey guys, I signed a deal with Spotify and I'm making a podcast.
Yeah. Okay. And it'll be English and Japanese versions of it.
Yeah.
It comes out September 8th.
Cool, dude. That's not what we're here for. It's Gamescom.
But it's a game podcast. And he said he's going to have Jeff Keighley make appearances on it to do like the news sections. First of all, first and foremost, everyone, first of all, why would you listen to that when Save Before Quitting is also on Spotify?
Exactly. Hideo Kojima. Actually, I'm kidding. I like you.
But don't come on our podcast turf. Okay. That's your first warning. There won't be a second.
Or you could just come on to our turf.
Exactly.
On the podcast.
Come on the show.
Where we can't communicate because your English isn't the best still.
Bring your interpreter or your translator, I should say.
Podcast.
It would. Because I would definitely, we would talk about games, but I would treat it like a normal episode where we talk about stupid shit and ask for his input.
Dude, I would ask him what his thoughts on grilled cheese is.
Exactly. I'm like, Hideo, when is the last time you filed taxes? When have you done your taxes? And he's going to give me a serious answer. And I'm like, not those taxes.
Hideo, what are your thoughts on jeans and jean culture?
The short variety, especially.
The short variety. Jorts, per se. Maybe in the gym, maybe. while
Maybe.
lifting some heavy weights. I don't know if you know about that, Mr. Hideo, but
The last time you walked down a Target toy aisle today, Kojima.
when's the last time you drop kicked a child?
We need to know. You got that, Hideo?
Yeah.
So come on the show, Hideo Kojima. Also,
on.
he's coming out on a podcast September 8th.
I don't know if I will or won't listen to this. I already have too many podcasts that I listen to, but I'll give the first episode a shot. The thing that's off-putting to me is that it says it's going to be available in English and Japanese. Cool. The Japanese obviously is going to be Hideo Kojima talking.
Mm-hmm.
The English one is going to be some random guy saying what Hideo Kojima is saying. And I don't want to just listen to a podcast of some random fucking guy.
I just so funny because now I'm expecting to hear Hideo speaking Japanese and immediately being cut in with, yo, what's up, y'all? Anyway, video games, right? He's just some random guy.
I feel like Hideo won't even be on the English version. Either that or it'll do that thing that's I fucking hate. I hate when they do it, where they play the sound at the same time.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that either.
Like where it's like, you hear the Japanese in the background and like, yes, they're a Japanese person. They're speaking Japanese. That makes sense. And then fucking some random Caucasian man's like, hello, welcome to the Nintendo Direct, where we will be talking about Splatoon. Like, suck my ass. I don't like this shit.
So boringly and so like matter-of-factly and enunciating super hard. It's like, okay, well, you took all the feeling out of this now.
Meanwhile, in the background, you hear the most beautiful fucking Japanese fluently just floating out of this man's mouth, and you're greeted with, the next Pokemon is a motorcycle. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. You've done
American
bad.
morons. This is American Man. I am here to tell you about the video games.
You should spend money on Pokemon Cafe Mix. But next
Everybody's
up,
favorite.
We'll move on from Hideo and his illustrious podcast Joe Rogan experience.
Right.
Park Beyond is the next one. Would you like to take this away?
Next. No, okay. A new amusement park simulator akin to Thrillville has been announced called Park Beyond. A trailer was also shown detailing the various building options available in the game. Thoughts?
It's just Roller Coaster Tycoon with extra bells and whistles.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
I really liked the thing with like the cutaway and the characters are all at that table and they're like brainstorming what the park could be. That was cool to me, but like that's just the cinematic part that's not going to be in the game. And like another thing that I wasn't a huge fan of, it's just me probably, I don't like when sim games like this, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, they do the thing where like they launch the roller coaster in midair and shit. I like that's a thing that you do to break the game in Roller Coaster Tycoon and like kind of like have fun with it. And like, you know, you're going to lose like a couple passengers, sure, but like you do it for fun, as opposed to this where like the thing launches out of a cannon and then wings pop out Buzz Lightyear style.
Yeah.
Like I don't hate it. I just don't like it personally.
I don't like the graphics.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I do like Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think it's a very underrated series. I kind of want to play it on stream now.
I mean, do the thing.
Yeah, I've been meaning to stream just in the week as of late too. Like there's a part of me that wants to tomorrow, but I also have to edit this. So like, you know, but yeah.
Yeah, whenever you find the moment, man.
Yeah, I might do that tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But next up, another bullshit story that I have somehow fucking landed on. God damn it. So there's now an official Pokemon Mini Aceman concept car. I checked the fuck out of this.
I kind of did too. I was like, what is happening?
There's a car. It looks like there's a projector in the front hood or something to project on a wall. It's designed to be as playful as the game of Pokemon, and Pikachu is like the main theme of the car, which doesn't make sense.
Car.
It's an electric car, but then the color of the car is like shit green. Like you had fucking too many, you know, like food dye on like a cupcake, like the green, green ketchup or something like that back in the day for Shrek.
Your dookie.
Yeah, that's what the car looks like compared to Pikachu just randomly showing up on the screen, which doesn't make any sense. But also, why the fuck did it get so much time as well? There's
it's
so
a nice
much
little Mini Cooper, like mini car. I mean,
but who cares?
Whatever. Yeah, at this, like, they could have announced this anywhere else, and it, like, I don't know, it was weird.
I'm just so disappointed with some of the things that they choose to show off at this bullshit. Next up, take it away, Ant.
I don't think I saw this trailer.
I didn't either, and I'm watching it now, and I'm really a big fan of it.
I'm a big fan of how it's described, so I'm waiting for the damn ad to stop so I can watch it.
Adblock Pro, sponsored by Google Chrome.
Okay, I gotta get that after this is over. The ad finished. Oh, there it is. I'm about to say it wouldn't start.
This is cool.
This looks pretty cool. Brand new developer Ironbird Creations was revealed during opening night live alongside a tease of its first project, a new game called Phantom Hellcat with hack and slash combat. This looks dope. The more I'm looking at this trailer,
this looks dope as shit.
Yeah, hack and slash combat taking place in a cursed theater. Phantom Hellcat stars Jolene, who breaks a seal on said cursed theater, prompting the darkness to take her mother hostage.
Yeah,
and this is on Steam. I might get.
I'm gonna wish list this. Yeah,
yeah.
This looks really fucking cool. God damn, I like this.
Yeah. This. Yes. Correct.
It's crazy how much I like what I'm seeing right now. But it's a 2D and 3D hack and slash, so it switches between 3D as in like, third person over the shoulder, and then it also does left to right progression, like, a 2D. Yeah. How things work. It's still all 3D animated, which is what I thought. I thought it was going to be in between 2D and 3D animation, and that's what I was kind of like looking forward to. But I also like this as well, and it's very cool looking, and I'm going to go wish list it.
Turned into 2D, like, well, gotta get it because that's me.
Well, I played these games. This is my thing. Yep.
Available on Steam, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, and Xbox One.
Yeah, this is a Steam game for me. I'm gonna get it on deck
for sure.
Warhammer 40K Darktide receives a new trailer. I feel like we've seen enough of this game.
Yes.
Not in a bad way, just we've seen enough of it. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like the look of it. It looks like Doom, but 4-player co-op. Warhammer isn't a universe or a world that I'm a part of or understand.
Same.
There's cool character customization that you can do. I don't hate it. I'm tired of seeing it. I feel like it should have been out by now. It's fine that it's not, but whatever.
It seems like we should have gotten it by now.
To be fair, time is a construct too, and I'm just like, games should be out by now. But it does come out.
Should be out by now.
God of War, give it to me. November 30th, 2022 on Steam and Windows exclusively. Looks like a good time if you want to get together with some people who like Warhammer, or if you just like Doom type feeling games.
Yeah.
It looks like a mix between Doom and BioShock.
It's
like
Doomo-Shock.
Doomo-Shock podcast title.
Damn it.
All of them. See, this is we add more so that just in case we forget, you can just click, and then boom, podcast title. But yeah,
we're gonna name a podcast title one day. Maybe episode 100.
Yeah.
Oh man, we should.
Hey, we should do it. Yeah, we should do the podcast, guy. God damn. I guess we'll skip the next little blurb that has literally nothing, so I have no idea what the fuck that is. Dorfromantic.
Critically acclaimed building strategy game Dorfromantic is officially coming to Nintendo Switch. The game has an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam following its initial release in April. I've never heard of it, and what the hell constitutes overwhelmingly positive? Like, does that mean they never thought it would get positive reviews and it got it? Like, how's it overwhelming?
I'm confused why there's no sort of pictures or video on the list that we're looking at, but everything else has something. But this one has overwhelming positive ratings.
So if
you could take the next one as well.
The Discord know what Dwarf Romantic is, fill us in when you hear or see this episode. Next. Blacktail's latest trailer shows the good and evil of witchcraft. Gamescom opening night live snuck in a lovely longer trailer for Blacktail, a game about witchcraft and the legend of Baba Yaga that we've seen and showcased before, but never to this extent. I don't remember this.
I don't remember it, but I don't hate the way it looks. The gameplay is weird to me, if I'm going to be honest, because the enemies look really cool and they have like cool animations and stuff when they're attacking you. But then you just have a bow and arrow and it looks very lackadaisical the way that you're shooting it. Compared to everything that's happening around you. Yeah. That's a minor
not as interesting as everything happening to you.
And that's a very minor nitpick. That's just what I'm noticing. Like, she's just got a bow and she's just holding it the wrong way and pulling it this way and just casually releasing. Meanwhile, there's giant fucking creatures coming at her, throwing boulders and shit, and she's just like, yeah, it's fine. It's just a Tuesday. Like,
just a damn Tuesday.
But it looks interesting. I'm not opposed to it, but you know, will you become the good or the evil witch is what it says.
So many options. Those two options.
That's all you need. But next up, the Outlast trial gets a creepy new trailer. I'll be the judge of that. I did not watch this part, but this is the Outlast prequel to the original Outlast games. Received a new trailer and gameplay at Opening Night Live, sharing the first time proper look at the wonderfully creepy setting and story. A closed beta is also on the way just in time for Halloween. Fuck, that means we're going to have to play it.
This game does look like creepy. Like, it looks like not creepy like Callisto Protocol creepy, which is like action horror. This just looks genuinely creepy.
Yeah. It's also weird to me because, like, I've seen like clips of Outlast before, and I'm not getting Outlast from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, because I played the first Outlast, and I don't really remember a lot of it. Like, I think I played like a demo or something. I didn't play it to the end, but this looks like another level of horror. Yeah. The first one seemed kind of, I don't know, zombie action kind of game.
Yeah. That one also had like, you had like the camera, right? And like that was the only way that you could see or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like that at all. I mean, it is a prequel, so it makes sense. Like, it'd be setting up how you got to there, I guess. But like, comparatively, like, for me, from what I've seen from Outlast, it doesn't even look like the same world.
No, it doesn't.
Which isn't bad. It's just different. So that's a thing.
Yeah. Volunteer for the closed beta, October 28th through November 1st. You can wish list on Steam.
Guess we'll have to do that.
Word, son.
God damn it. I don't want to. But yeah. Next. Next.
Ex-Battlefield devs new shooter revealed as the finals. Embark on a new studio created by ex-Battlefield developers has teased the finals, a new Fuck, my screen went weird. Where was I at? Embark on a new competitive shooter. Described as a shooter wrapped in a game show format. The game got the briefest of teases, but we saw gunplay, environmental destruction, and a sword hitting a man so hard that he explodes into coins. A full reveal is coming in September.
Interesting.
I don't remember that. I don't think I saw that one.
I did not see it either. I just looked at some of the pictures that it was linked, and I don't recognize it. But coming from ex-Battlefield developers, I'm not a huge fan of the way that Battlefield plays, personally, when it comes to shooters. But if it's a little bit different and I like the idea of a sword hitting a man so hard that he explodes into coins. Very
Exactly.
Scott Pilgrim, or like
yes.
Free Guy almost.
Mhm.
So I kind of dig that, and I'm looking forward to that full reveal in September. But the final thing that we got at Gamescom, which I think kind of stole the show, it is just a cinematic. I think, if I'm correct, I don't remember seeing game. Oh, there was gameplay a little bit. Forgot.
Yeah, it was gameplay.
I thought there was only cinematics of the one part, but Dead Island 2 showed some more stuff right here. New trailer and new gameplay with the release date of February 3rd. It looks pretty good.
I never played the first one.
I didn't either, but I'm liking what I'm seeing just from the cinematic and some of the gameplay elements of this.
Yeah.
It is interesting that it's first person. I'm not a fan of games like this that are first person, like zombie games. Like I've never been a fan of Call of Duty Zombies or anything like that. But then when I play something like, it's not a great comparison, but like Last of Us, I like the ability to be third person over the shoulder more when it comes to zombies. But that's just me. I do like all the characters though. Like these characters seem very fun.
The game was very well written.
Yeah. My favorite part was probably the cinematic itself that they showed, which I think is not the video that's on this like thing right here. This is just the gameplay. But the dude going out to like go get like pretty much groceries and shit, and then making his way back to his little homestead and whatnot. But I'm excited. It will have 6 playable characters and is described as a pulpy and irreverent tone. A ton of way to kill the zombies, which we've seen already a ton in the trailers so far.
It's also just punch a zombie through the face.
Yeah. I like the way it looks. It is very gory. A little bit more than I'd like personally. I'm not a huge gore fan. I don't like it. But I will say some of the stuff looked very fun and a good time. So I like the tone that the cinematic gave.
What system was the first one on?
I don't know. I've never played a Dead Island. But I also don't understand the island thinks it's in LA. So like it's in California. It's not an island.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's part of the plot or something. They explain it in the story.
Maybe California had an earthquake and it's no longer a part of the United States.
Yeah, that could be
it. Or the outbreak happened in California, and then along the borderline of California, they dropped like nukes or bombs, and that like broke California off of the U.S. so that the infestation couldn't go east.
I like your idea. I like.
That'd be cool.
Now I want that to be the plot.
If that isn't the plot, that'd be kind of sad, but it is whatever. Let me look up Dead Island 1 for context. Looks like PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, and Windows.
I looked that up. Maybe if it's like cheap and I'll get it on like Steam or something.
Is this the game where like you can get the double-ended like stick with the chainsaws?
That's Dead Rising.
Oh, I don't know. There's too many of these fucking dead games.
Capcom makes Dead Rising.
I have a pen that I got from a loot crate that is half like a saw blade, and then the other half is the chainsaw. Because loot crate.
Yeah.
We should do a podcast.
We should. One day, man.
Sunday specifically. This coming Sunday, we'll be doing a live podcast with the Patreon peeps.
We shall.
Until then, I have a stream on Friday, Big Friday. I guess this is we'll do the wrap up here because I'm
gonna blast through like the little other headlines.
There's other headlines.
Last of Us, the HBO show, they had a teaser trailer of that.
Forgot about that. I made.
The Game Awards will be December 8th, 2022. So y'all already know what to do because we will be streaming that ish.
Yep. Twitch just updated its partner program so that you're not allowed to stream on any other platforms if you are a partner, which is kind of dick-like from Twitch. You've definitely seen the popular streamers all moving over to YouTube as a result of this sort of behavior from Twitch.
Wait,
definitely
no,
seems
it's
like
the opposite. It says you are allowed.
what
Would you say they're not allowed to stream on other things?
published and they are allowed to stream on other
They're
platforms.
now allowed to stream on other platforms as well. Simultaneous streams on Twitch-like services are not allowed, but mobile services like TikTok or IG Live are fine to use.
Oh, so you still can't do YouTube then?
I thought it could be YouTube. I don't know.
No, I mean you can't already.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is kind of the issue when it comes to Twitch. They don't really care about the people that are creators on their site. A lot of the content creators that are big and have made the move over to YouTube have all said very similar things where YouTube made them an absorbent amount of money offer. And then when they went to Twitch saying, hey, I got an offer from YouTube, do you guys want to counter? They're like, well, no, we'll see you later. Good luck in your future endeavors. And they don't even attempt to keep them on Twitch, which is really something.
Yeah.
But hey, that's just the way it is. Twitch sucks. We just stream there because if we stream there, then maybe one day someone will listen to the podcast, blah, 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 XYZ. The podcast is the main thing. Twitch is just like hey, go listen to the podcast.
Yes. Please.
But yeah.
I think no. There is it's one of those rumors that are pretty much confirmed, but PlayStation Showcase is scheduled for September 8th. It is claimed. Keep in mind, this is one of those rumors that are like pretty much true, but Sony has not come out themselves and said this. Yeah. So anything is subject to change, but as of right now, PlayStation Showcase, September 8th. We don't know any. That's all we know. We don't know time or anything like that.
Hell yeah. Also some other things that did come out at Gamescom. The AEW game showed some gameplay, and there's a demo that you can play at the actual convention, which is pretty neat. I'm still not sold on it gameplay wise. It looks like the old N64 versions of No Mercy and shit like that. But I don't know. I still am not sold. I don't know why.
You got to see more, man.
I'm an AEW fan, top and bottom. Getting back into WWE now that Vince McMahon is no longer a thing. And it's actually surprisingly getting better. Like the actual show is getting good again. But yeah, man. It looks like it's gonna come soon at some point. I'll pick it up, but I don't have high hopes that it's going to be like the best wrestling game ever. I think it's just going to be a game.
We will see.
Yeah. And then not so big news. Spider-Verse toys are coming to stores now. Into the Spider-Verse 2, Across the Spider-Verse. If you haven't seen it, it's over in our Discord. I posted some pictures of some of the stuff. Some of the stuff is spoilery.
Yeah, they started putting up how certain characters have been leaked because of the toys and all that stuff.
There was a puzzle that was shown off recently. Someone found a puzzle for it, and it had 2 other characters that I had not known that were going to be in this movie. But, you know, there's some cool stuff going on. There's like a Nerf blaster that's like Miles, and it looks cool. And then there's also the big one with spoiler alert if you want to see nothing about that. There's a guitar.
Yes. So already you know what's up.
Which I see. Here's the thing that's crazy about that. So Spider-Punk is a really cool costume and design and stuff. But what's even better about the fact that he's going to be in this movie, do you know who's under the mask of Spider-Punk?
I do not.
It's not Peter Parker.
Oh, wait. I knew this at one point. No, go ahead. Just for the sake of time, go ahead.
It's Miles' uncle. It's the Prowler.
Oh, that I didn't. That's not where I thought they were going. Isn't he someone else also at some point?
Who? What's his name again? Aaron, right? Is it Aaron?
Yeah.
What's the last name? Fuck. Aaron Davis, right? Yeah. Aaron Davis, Spider-Punk.
Spider-Punk has always been only Aaron Davis? Maybe I'm thinking of something else then.
There's like a really cool, this is my favorite. I'm going to paste this in Discord so you can see it, because this is my favorite picture of it. Sorry, I have to get out of that, then go to here, then go to there. This is my favorite comic art of it because it's just fucking stunning. But yeah, I cannot wait to see Spider-Punk on the screen for Miles to hear the voice
and be like
of his
shit.
uncle. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good.
When's this come out again?
I don't know, man. I don't. I gotta watch Spider-Verse tonight.
For the 3,000th time.
Oh man. I mean, it'd be close to that number, honestly. I haven't watched it in a while though, but that's just because, life.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
Yeah, that's
life,
about all I.
Damn it, life interrupting you from you're from watching Spider-Verse again.
Yeah. Those bastards. But yeah. That's all I got. What do you got? Is that it?
Quick lightning round.
Lightning round.
Unigov asks, what 2D game do you want redone as an HD 2D remake?
Chrono Trigger.
I said that one too.
I mean, I kind of would like to see, like, just because I'm playing them now, the Dragon Ball Z games redone.
That'd be nice.
Because they could do like a 3-pack type situation, like where you get all 3 games. And then I would want them, if possible, to update the controls to be Boo's Fury, because they updated them to be a little bit more seamless, or like it just makes sense, and it feels better in Boo's Fury than it did in the other two. Just because I remember I only played Boo's Fury, and then I went and I tried to play the first Legacy of Goku, and I just could not, because it did not feel good controls wise.
It doesn't. I'll admit that.
Yeah. So if they could make a 3-pack of those games, update the controls of the first 2 games to be Boo's Fury, then I'd be all fucking ecstatic. Either that or just make a new one in the series, but like same exact style. That'd be really cool to go past Boo's Saga, and then you could then do Dragon Ball Super shit.
That'd be
awesome. That would be fucking awesome.
So good answers.
Yeah.
I said Chrono Trigger, Mario RPG, Golden Sun, and Comic Zone from Genesis. I think you should play Comic Zone. When you come over again, we load up the deck roulette. I'm gonna let you play Comic Zone.
What is Comic Zone?
You're playing as a comic book character. You're a guy who gets transported into a comic book that he's creating, and the game looks like a comic book. Like when you beat up the enemies, their little not thought bubbles, but their voice lines come up, and they're like making, and it's hard to explain. It looks like a comic.
Okay, I'm down. I'm looking forward to that. What's it on?
Sega
Genesis.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just emulate it myself too.
You definitely could.
I gotta find the Genesis ROMs though, because I only have the Game Boy website.
I'll send you the Genesis one.
All right.
What? I think there was one more. I'm pretty sure there's more. We'll answer one more, and the rest we'll do next time.
You want to do Frankie's?
Yeah. If you could rewrite the ending to any video game, what would it be?
I put my answer in as Spider-Man PS4. That was more of a joke because I wouldn't change it. Yeah. I feel like it's the perfect ending for the situation at hand, because like it just shows. I mean, he's already like an established Spider-Man, but like that choice right there kind of like cements like this is the pinnacle of hero.
Yeah.
This sacrifice that he's made, but I don't know. There's a maybe Red Dead Redemption 2.
Interesting.
Because I get that it's a prequel, like, and I understand that, but like it for the person like me who's stupid, and like any say like there's a kid who just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2 or blah blah blah, and they play 2 first, like how I did, like when it comes to the story. It's a little jarring switching from Arthur, who you play as literally 75% of the game, and then he just spoiler alert, it's been out for a long enough now.
Yeah, people should know at this point.
Arthur dies with whatever way that he dies based on your decisions. There's like 4 different ways that he can die. And then once he dies, you take over and start playing as John Marston, who is the main character of Red Dead Redemption 1.
Yeah.
I don't hate that. It just doesn't feel like it makes sense. Like if the game were to have ended with Arthur, like, and that's just the way it ended, I'd be fine with that. All the stuff after that just felt extra and like it felt weird. Like I didn't want to keep going with it. And I don't know how to explain it. It was like it felt like I started the game over and not in a good way.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is weird. Like everything I've done is just not a thing anymore. And now I'm building a house as this new guy so that I can get my wife and child back.
Because like, I didn't connect with you. I connected with
Yeah, exactly. And then like the thing is like Arthur and the John Marston character don't really get along until the end of the game anyway.
Right.
And like at that point you start rooting for the relationship depending on where you're at in your mind and if you're going to be the asshole version of Arthur or good guy Arthur, which I was.
Yeah.
And I just didn't. It was a very weird disconnect that I had from it.
Understood.
Maybe knowing that it's a prequel, I would have understood it more, but I would have literally just ended the game with Arthur's death because it was sad. Like it was very well done. The song that plays, depending on which ending you choose and how you play the game. If you're a really good guy or a really, really bad guy, it changes that up. And like the spirit animal that follows you through your sickness before you die. Like, I feel like that would have just been the perfect ending to stop it there. And then maybe done like a DLC and like be
where
like,
he passes the reins off.
Yeah. Where it's like, here you are now playing as John Marston after the events of Arthur's death. But it's like a separate thing, not just like, here's this game right into that. Like,
right.
Yeah, it felt weird, but that's just
it.
What about you?
I picked Mario Odyssey and Shredder's Revenge.
2 games I have not finished.
Mario Odyssey, because that game is built on, I mean, I guess technically it ends with, anyway, the game is built on everything Mario's been through up to this point. So if you've been playing Mario since the beginning, it plays on the nostalgia of like it really pulls at your nostalgia and your heartstrings throughout the entire thing. Like they get back all the way back to Donkey Kong up to like Mario 64. They have all these references, and for me, that was amazing, right? And even as you end the game, like Cappy is just like, you've gone through so much, Mario. Thank you for taking this adventure with me. And I'm just like, oh. But then after that, you get to Bowser. And you have to like throw your hat on him to become him and escape this level. And then you're both trying to win over Peach and you have flowers and she denies you both and says, I'm going to go travel on my own. And it was just like, you had all that nostalgia and heartstrings and all that stuff. And that's the ending. You just took me on this amazing roller coaster of my entire childhood playing every Mario game, and that's how the game ends.
That's funny.
That's the ending. Like I'm like, okay. I thought you were gonna I thought it was gonna be this is gonna hit this climax at the end and be this celebration. I guess the entire game is a celebration of the history of Mario, but
yeah,
I feel like you're leading me somewhere. And it's going to all come together and culminate as this amazing thing at the end. And then that's the end.
Damn.
So that was 1. 2, Shredder's Revenge, because while I love the game, of course, it was not that Turtles game needs to have a bunch of depth. They're arcade beat 'em ups. Like, I don't need it to be like this penetrating story or anything. We know the Turtles defeat Shredder and they save New York and blah 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 blah. For a game called Shredder's Revenge, Shredder was barely presence in this game.
Mm.
Like, you fight Super Shredder at the end, but I don't feel like Super Shredder is like earned. You know what I mean? Like, he's barely in the game. And then you start seeing more of him later. You see more Krang than you see Shredder. And then you just beat Super Shredder, and his voice lines, like when you're starting to fight Super Shredder, he was like, "I'm going to get my revenge," and then you fight him, and then when you beat him, he's like, "Oh, my revenge," and he dies. I was like, "What? That's Shredder!" Like, he's always giving these speeches and I'm turtles and about everything, and that's it. That's all he says.
That's pretty bad, man.
He literally just says, "My revenge," and he's dead.
Now he has to get revenge for his revenge.
Exactly.
Next sequel is going to be Shredder's Revenge Squared.
Shredder's Revenge 2. But they like, I'm sure this game will get DLC because this company, Tribute, and I forgot the other one. They usually, like with Streets of Rage 4, like they had this big DLC. So I'm pretty sure this game's going to get DLC in some way, shape, or form. And I would love for them to keep building on the story.
Hell yeah.
I
still gotta beat it.
Another game that just takes you on a nostalgia trip the entire thing, and it just ends with this. It's so shallow at the end. But those are my only two.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure, like, if I really thought about it, there's more, but
definitely. There's tons more that we can go through.
But that's all I had.
Yeah.
There's 3 other questions, and we're gonna save those for the next one because it's about to be 11 o'clock, and I still have to mix and edit this.
Yes, and I have been holding off on going and doing something that I was texted to do about 30 minutes ago. So that's a thing.
15 minutes ago, I got the text, "Are you still going? How much longer?"
Yeah.
And I heard my infant son crying upstairs, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna hear about that."
Here we are. Well, if you enjoyed this episode where we ran down Gamescom, we talked about some weird stuff, and Jesus Christ, looking at the Discord, we missed a lot while recording, to say the least. I'm going to have to go hop on the toilet and catch up on all of my readings and my stories for whatever the fuck happened. But we appreciate you guys for listening. And as always, this Sunday, live at some time, the Patreon podcast, where we have you patrons on live to call in and ask your questions, bring up your topics. They don't have to be a question. It could just be like, hey, let's talk about this idea of a thing. Or, hey, you ever heard of this thing or that thing? That's a thing you could do instead.
On the Kojima podcast.
Yeah. Like, it could be something like that. Or if you saw something at Gamescom that you want to dive deeper into, we can do that as well. The world is your oyster as a patron. Follow us on all social media platforms. Save letter B number 4 quitting over at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. We're trying to get a bunch of subs. If we get 500, is that what we said we were doing?
It was 1,000.
Oh, 1,000. What are we doing at 1,000?
If we get 1,000 subs, I have to do a photo shoot. I guess I say before quitting.
Oh, in jeans. In jorts. All right.
In jeans. I could do that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
That's easy.
How about this? Ready? Halfway point goal. If we hit 500 subs by, what's a month that's reasonable? 8. By February, if we hit 500 subs on YouTube by February, I will shave my head.
Oh, shit. We got to get 500 subs.
Live on stream.
Oh my God.
I'll let you do it if you'd like. It would be a buzz, though. Like, it wouldn't be like to skin.
No, I didn't expect it to be skin.
Yeah. It wouldn't be skin. It would be like I'd have some hair, but like, yeah. But I'll shave my head live on stream if we get 500 subs on YouTube prior to February. So that means February 1, if we don't have 500, ain't happening. So
down.
Get to work.
Gotta do that shit.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell 400 friends.
And you could also tell them that before they do anything, they need to save before quitting.
We'll see you next time.
Next time.
It's time for me to go. I need to take a dookie.
Go take that dookie, dog.
I gotta do that.
Drop a THICColos in the toilet.
THICColos been brewing for years, and it's time for his redemption.
Hope the toilet can take him.
Me on the toilet.
The door is like bulging out.
Yeah.
And it's like a golden like light coming off the top and the bottom.
Go on, what are you waiting for?
Who are you, Chris? Who are you in there with?
I'm using my stretchy arms to grip onto the walls and shit. Wrap myself in for security.
You come.
Dragon Ball.
I'm not going to say that. That's a spoiler for the movie. For people who didn't see it.
Go see the movie. It's great.
Go see the movie, please.
All right. Goodbye. Post-credit scene is over. Fuck you.
Yes, peace. Get out. We've had you here long enough.
2 hours and 34 minutes, baby.
Yeah,
with no
man.
cuts though. That's a plus.
That was first in a while.
I was gonna say, like, you don't have to pretty much edit anything.
Thank God.
Like, you can just intro, outro, upload.
This hasn't happened in so long.
A whole new world.
A new fantastic way to pod. It's not a new way
know
to
what
pod.
to tell us, no.
Or bring me snacks. I didn't have to pee.
Don't listen to Kojima. He should be on our podcast, not his.
This is SB4Q. Fuck that dude, but not really. We want him on the show. Not really. We want him.
Key change. And that's it.
That is definitely it.
God damn.